Yes, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? We're back again on This is Football A-Listers episode 47, ladies and gentlemen. And this is a little bit different. Usually Husam's the one hosting, but today you got the hostess of the mostest, Egal, in the building, and I'm going to do the best I can. First, we got Grigs in the building. His team just signed two players. Of course, you guys already know who they are. Mazraoui, Ligt, former Ajax boys coming in. Welcome. Give it to Grigs until the end of the season. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good. You know what? You know what happened this morning? I decided to be reminiscent. I decided to feed into my nostalgia today. So I decided to watch one of my favorite childhood shows, Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? In honor of tonight. Because Zubimendi, Where Are You? Bro, it was a fantastic show, man. It was so good.
Let's get into it. I can tell you're already cooking. Leave it on a simmer for now. We're going to get to it. We're going to get to it in a second. Also, next, we got Chelsea. They have to be the most entertaining club in the transfer window. And we got the boy in the building. We got my guy, Carefree Lewis, coming through to talk about Conor Gallagher. Are you going to riot now that he might stay?
Hey, maybe. But I'm not here for that today. I'm here to talk about Liverpool because, hey, Liverpool fans love talking about Chelsea. So it's time we return the favour. Declined again. Ole, ole. Declined again, ole, ole. It's good to be back. Hit the likes, subscribe, all of that shit. Big up to everybody that's locked in. And just with yesterday's stream in mind, can we please spam Liverpool in the chat, please? As if we could, it would be very.
You know what? We're gonna get to that in a second, but before we do that, we need to introduce the man himself. First time with rivals on a stream to talk about this, so you guys know it's gonna be hot in the kitchen. We gotta bring in the man himself in, Mr. This is Football. Husam, come out, no hiding.
Nice. I've been there. I understand.
Okay.
Being held hostage against my will.
And you guys know the
This
rules.
is a stream I don't want to do, but
Husam?
I have to do. And there's nothing I can do about this, you guys.
Husam, you know the
Don't
rules.
worry, just spam the add button.
You know the rules. You're the last person to speak on this topic, as normal. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with the Man United fan, Grigs. You can take it away. Talk to me about Zubimendi rejecting Liverpool.
You know, I would say I feel bad, but I don't. So I'm not gonna be a liar on here. I don't like to lie. They just keep doing this themselves. Every single time they get linked with the player, they think it's a done deal, especially when this player is not from England. And every single time they just keep getting bit in the ass every single time. Husam knows best. He had to go do a whole forfeit because Jude didn't sign for his club. So he knows best than everyone. At least this time he didn't place a bet on it. So you know what? It's good. Husam, you're learning from your mistakes. But then I saw you pulled up to Alachua last weekend with the suit, thinking that Zubimendi was done. And then you said Manchester United hold that. You said Chelsea hold that. You said Arsenal hold that. You said Man City hold that. You said Bayern Munich hold that. You tried to come at every single big club in the world. And in the end, once again, you have no pull. You have no motion in the transfer window. You guys need to go back to your roots. With Michael Edwards, just go get these nice little pesky players from the Championship. Go to Serie A, go to the 8th place clubs, and go get those nice little gems. When it comes to attracting players from top clubs, you don't got that pull. That's not who you're meant to be. And it's not a bad thing sometimes. Some clubs aren't meant to have superstars. Some clubs build superstars. And that's what Liverpool are. But you're not the guy to go to Bosch. Bosch, by the way, these guys are the most loyal people in the world. And then you try to go last year.
That's crazy. That's a crazy way to act in the transfer market. It must be finished.
And then you have last year, because the thing that made it funnier too was that in fact it was the 1 year anniversary pretty much of when you got rejected by Caicedo. So maybe August isn't for you. Maybe y'all need to stick back. You need to go back to July because the moment that that calendar turns into August, it's rejection season every single time. So I hope that you learn from your mistake and that you stop trying to go for these players and also realize this: Michael Edwards might not be the guy that Liverpool fans think he is because it ain't 2019 anymore. Clubs have advanced when it comes to analytical departments. We all have the same scouting list. I bet you United and Chelsea, if you go look at the scouts, the whole recruitment list, first 8 of the first 10 names are probably the same shit. There's probably not that much difference. So everyone's advanced. And then when it comes time to the negotiation table, when you gotta show who the big boss is in the transfer market, y'all don't have that motion. You can't go attract those kind of players. Other clubs have better projects. And right now, you lost probably your biggest pull that you had in that transfer. The guy that can maybe differentiate you from the other guys. Jurgen Klopp. But he's gone now. He's gone. He's in retirement. He's in Mallorca at the beach right now. He's sipping the margarita on the beach. Now you have a guy named Arne Slot. We'll determine what he is, but right now, he's not a guy you can sell a project on. So right now, when you have 0 signings on August 13th, David Ornstein said you don't want to sign a 6, which means McAllister, back into the 6 you go. Gravenbridge, it's time to learn the number 6. Bayetic, we haven't heard about him in a year and a half. Back to the number 6 you go. He was meant to go on loan. You have to cancel that now. So at the end of the day, this is Liverpool club that I expect to see for a long time. The Roy Hodgson era. Maybe Stuart Downing comes back. The Glenn Johnsons, the Martin Skirtles, the Joe Allens of the world, the Andy Carrolls. Maybe you go get a Balotelli again. That's the Liverpool I grew up watching. That's the Liverpool I really admired because it was so beautiful to see them just be stuck in 8th place. And hopefully, I see many, many more years of this to come. Over to Lewis now.
Listen, before we go to Lewis, I just want to say we have 748 of you guys in the chat right now, and only 148 of you have hit the like button. The like button is right there. You see that thumbs up? You need to click it, and it's going to change colors, and it's going to look like that. Do that right now. It helps out the channel massively. And remember, since Husam can't tell you guys to hit that like button, you guys need to hit that like button. And he always calls you guys bozos. Don't make him do it. Don't make him do it. Now continue. Before we go any further, people in the chat, let me know how you guys are feeling. Are you feeling Zubi good? Talk to me, Lewis. What are you doing?
This cooking is all their own fault. That's the first thing I'm going to say. Because everybody jumped the gun. Literally everybody jumped the gun. And it's a rookie mistake to be doing in transfer sagas. Husam, I know you can't talk, but can you rise up the share screen, please?
Oh, here we go. Fuck you, warrior.
Can you? Thank you. So,
I want to say, Liverpool fans, this is your moment. This is your moment. Enjoy this. Enjoy this and let this sink in. That the same player that rejected Arsenal, let it go sad, rejected Man United, rejected City, and rejected Bayern and Barcelona, said yes to Liverpool Football Club. This is who we are. 6-time Champions League winners. 19-time league winners. We go to Spain and we sign the sexiest midfielder coming out of Spain, and there ain't shit that any of you could do about it.
Yeah,
everyone coming out here and saying stuff like Liverpool ain't got no pull. Your pull is now gone. That Klopp is gone. You ain't got no pull. Pull on that, frauds. Joyce Bomba right there on your head tops, all of you guys. Joyce Bomba on your head tops, Ornstein Bomba. We just got Zubimendi at Liverpool Football Club. 51 million. 51 million release clause. We released him.
I don't even know what a Joyce is, first and foremost, but like, why are we moving like this when there's no medical agreed? There's no here we go, first and foremost. All of this over one Joyce Bomba. Why are you in a suit? Why are you in a suit? He's not even holding the shirt up. Like we literally went through a similar situation last year when you guys thought you had a transfer completed and it fell back on you. And you didn't learn. You might have done it again. And this one is even more embarrassing because, like, there's been times where you've lost it to Chelsea and, yeah, transfer kings, all of that crap. There's ones where you've lost to Real Madrid, like Jude, and, like, is Real Madrid pull and all of that. How have you lost this war to yourselves? How have you lost this war to yourselves? It was just you guys. And you've lost this war to yourself. And like, this is the crazy, because I wouldn't have even cared too much about this whole saga. But I watched your stream yesterday before all of that, and I saw the energy that you had for my football club. And I kind of had to deliver some energy back, because you have the most to say when it's my football club. You question our direction, left, right, and centre. You over-exaggerate how fucked our club is because you know you can rattle Chelsea fans. You have that about you. You're very good at it. Shout out, my guy. You make crazy statements like Pep and Klopp wouldn't have us higher than 8th last season. That will be 12th at Christmas this season. That Poch deserved manager of the season just for finishing 6th place and bottling a league final to your kids. But you guys, you have to have a look at your club and your situation. You've got only Endo. You could be going to the Etihad, you could be going to the Allianz, you could be going to the Bernabeu with just Endo. You have Van Dijk, you have Salah, you have Trent, all with 1 year left on their contract. And their replacements ain't even all that. You got a manager you don't rate. You got owners you don't rate. You haven't strengthened your attack. You haven't strengthened. It's August and all you've done is go for Marmadashvili like you need a goalkeeper. And you're going to go loan him back anyway. You laugh at us for not buying proven stars. When the fuck do Liverpool ever do them? You guys do it like once every blue moon. If even that. And you think you could talk on my club with this energy. I get it, like we're mudded, all of that. But bro, look at you guys, because you're about to have another season where you're probably going to finish top 4, but you're not really going to challenge. You might get a domestic cup and you're going to end up feeling disappointed at the end of the season anyway, unless you act in the next 18 days. This whole situation has got you doing Clear Lake prop. You think I forgot what you said yesterday? We laugh at Chelsea, but wallahi, they have more directions. You said wallahi. You said it's 3 times, not even once. So I don't want to hear it's just heat of the moment.
That's AI.
3 times. You are not Johnny Minerals. 3 times.
You're gonna
You
get a
said
polygraph.
that. You had to do Clear Lake prop because you were that pissed with your lack of movement. Your words. At least Chelsea throw things at the wall and something sticks. You man stare at the wall with saliva dripping down your lips, just expecting it to move. It's a disgrace. But I have one more thing as well, because there was one more Freudian slip that I noticed, and it probably just explains where the entire Chelsea agenda has come from in the first place. And it's silly of me to not even see this coming. Not even see this coming. Could you rise up the share screen again, please?
Ooh.
So, I heard this.
And Zubimendi, you have earned an enemy forever. I will be watching Sociedad games preying on your downfall, you fucking emotional wreck, you fucking pussy. You're not even a man. You should give up your chromosomes. You're not even a man. You should go get a sex change because you're not a man. You're a pussy.
All of this because he just said no. And you're going to be doing hate watches next season, hoping he fails, all because he just said no. I wonder when you might have had those feelings before. I wonder when. And it all just made sense. All this bitterness, all this anger towards my club. And it's all because Caicedo and Lavia said no. That's it. It's just all because they said no. Yeah, 2 fingers for the pair of them. That's why I get it. I get it. And I know there isn't a lot of evidence to prove it, but all I'd have to ask is one thing. The only one bit of evidence that I would bring to the court. Switch your camera off. I want to see what Avi you have. Don't change it. Don't change it. I was on Grigs' stream earlier. I remember what it was. Don't change it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because I was on Grigs' stream earlier and I saw Caicedo. There you are. There you are. There you are. And it's okay. I understand. If a 12th place team did that to me as well, I'd be fuming too. I'd be raging. I completely get it. But please let them go. I know our club isn't in the best of states itself. I ain't going to try and compare Chelsea to Liverpool. But for you guys, you should just be expecting more. You should just be expecting so much more. And you have every right to be disappointed. But I hope you learn from this. Do not move like that with transfers until the transfer is done. It wasn't done. You saw all the other Liverpool content creators fall for the Caicedo news and get cooked. And now you've let it happen to you. I'm disappointed. Chat, shame Husam. I'm done. Thank you, guys.
Shame. Husam, you know, I thought for once you guys were changing. I thought for once you guys were gonna go get somebody that is you know what, of a decent profile and add them to your ranks. And you know what? For a second, I said to myself, Zubimendi, if he's rejected all these clubs, why on earth would he go to Liverpool? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. Something doesn't add up. But the way you guys celebrated, the way I had Liverpool fans going on my TikToks and my YouTube videos from back in January and responding saying, hold that. So to all you guys, I say hold this, because Zubimendi not only rejected you guys made a fool out of yourselves. You guys are so thirsty for signings because of your board and the people that run your club. You guys are so thirsty for anything in this transfer window that the moment you hear accepted, you think everything's done. You think it's sorted. You think it's done to the point where you're coming wearing suits. Husam, that's not you. Why you jumping the gun? Why are you so thirsty, my friend? Are you that thirsty where you have not had even a little bit of an ounce of anything? You make fun of Chelsea, you make fun of all these other clubs, but how on earth do you guys come out here, start doing celebrations, start comparing rejections to everybody else? The guy hasn't even signed the contract. The guy hasn't even said the fee has been agreed between the club. You guys think you're going to trigger a release clause? Liverpool don't do that. Liverpool just try to get the fee as low as possible. And we need to go to the question of pull, because Liverpool, do they not have any pull? Do they not want to spend money? Or are they just slightly incompetent? Or could it be a combination of the three or any combination of the two? Because at this moment in time, you've had numerous windows where you've had players reject you or go somewhere else. Or you said, let's go back. Jude Bellingham. The story was, we're going to sign Jude Bellingham next summer. Jude Bellingham. We're saving all our money for Jude Bellingham. Never materialized. He went to Real Madrid. Husam shaved his head bald. We've seen the video. We know what happened. Then Caicedo. No, forget about Caicedo. Enzo. Remember Enzo? Enzo Fernandez. We're going to get Enzo Fernandez. We're going to get Enzo. Enzo goes to Chelsea. Well, we couldn't pay the money.
Don't get Tchouaméni.
Okay. Next. Was it Tchouaméni?
Yeah,
When did Tchouaméni? Oh, yeah.
Summer 2022.
They said they're going to go for Tchouaméni. He goes to Real Madrid. They're like, oh, he went to the biggest club in the world. It's okay. What else? Caicedo. They got the Ornstein Bomba. They were on every single channel. Ornstein. What?
I swear all he said was talks.
They went nuts. That time, at least they got the bid accepted. At least that time they got the bid accepted. I seen guys jumping up and down. Their armpits were showing. They were excited.
The fine print, like
they were excited.
Bro, they're the first club to ever have negative Ornstein bombas. They're the only ones, bro. We don't get positive.
They had Ornstein bomber for Caicedo and it flopped.
Bro, it gets worse. Their former player, who's been there in the trenches, won major honors with them, Xabi Alonso, said, "Beat it. I'm staying at Leverkusen." Nah, I ain't coming. I'm staying at Leverkusen.
Yo, guess who Zubamendi's idol? By the way, guess who Zubamendi's idol is?
Zubimendi, he knows. Bro, they told me this. Before we get to Zubimendi, this window, Lenny Euro, Calafiori, we need to sign one of them. Which one do you want? Guess what? Calafiori goes to Arsenal. Lenny Euro goes to Man United. You know who their center back is now? Quansah. That's the center back. That's the guy. Also, Zubimendi now. Zubimendi's idol is Xabi Alonso. Zubimendi wants to play for the Reds. He turned down a back manager in Arteta to play for a bald manager from the Dutchland. Really? That's you guys thought Arteta, a Basman, a guy who came from back in the day playing in Spain, who could speak his mother tongue to the guy and tell him, yo, how it is, and he does that. Oh, I forgot Lavia. You guys twerked for Lavia, tried to get Lavia done. Levi Colwell also. Chelsea done you guys so many times. Real Madrid done you guys so many times. And then today, the reason why the Zubimendi thing is the most funniest one of them all. You have guys on stream saying, I waited for this. I need this. I want this. This is what I need the most. It's like they're addicts. And the only thing that's going to give them dopium is some sort of signings. Your club have neglected you guys. They treated you guys so bad in this time. Yes, you guys have won honors, but you guys could have gone so much more. You guys could have got so much more. Is it that you have no pull? Is it that you spend no money? Is it that your owners are shit? Or is it a combination of all of them? Plus, you don't find your recruitment. What is it? Because Liverpool are not acting like a big club. You talk about being the biggest club, and yes, you are historically. But you know what? At this moment in time, Liverpool act like Tottenham Hotspur in the transfer window. Genuinely. That's not disrespect. Genuinely, Tottenham Hotspur spent more money than you in the last 2 years. And I'm not saying you're recruiting at that level, but you are not moving like a big club. You are not. You need to fix up if you expect to be back anywhere. On top of that, they're making a fool out of you guys because you're putting your back out there. You're thinking everything's going to be perfectly fine. We're currently the 13th of August, and Liverpool don't seem to be making any signings this window but a goalkeeper, a second goalkeeper, might I add. What are your expectations to solidify third? You don't care about winning the league no more. You don't think about Klopp was let down, and he covered for them. And now we all know it wasn't on Klopp. The blood was not on Klopp's hand. The blood is on your owners. The blood is on the people at your club. But you know what? The blood is also on your fans. You accepted this. We're gonna get Jude Bellingham next year. Don't worry. We're gonna get. We're not gonna get Caicedo. We're gonna take Gravenberch, McAllister. We'll go somewhere, get a 6 next summer. What are you gonna do now? You're gonna go get another 6 next summer when you need to replace Mo Salah, when you need to replace Van
Big
Dijk,
war chest next
when you
summer,
need to
FC.
replace Trent. I'm sorry. This is wake up, open your eyes. In front of your eyes, your dynasty is over. You're literally losing pieces, and you're not replacing anything of
You
quality.
can't be a dynasty if you only won one prem, by the way.
Okay,
You
maybe
gotta
your
win at least
maybe your super team that you had since Mane left, season in, season out, players that are coming in are not of the adequate level. Is it that Michael Edwards is supposed to be the savior? Well, this is his first window. He hasn't done shit. Is he going to do it next window? It might be too late. Van Dijk's gone, Salah's gone, Trent's gone. How are you going to replace 3 world-class players? It's going to be impossible. And the harshest reality that you guys need to face is Liverpool were at the peak. Real Madrid and these teams knew every year you're going to be there and thereabouts. And you did not capitalize to further succeed. You guys left numerous major honors on the table. And it's rich coming from an Arsenal fan, I know. But the real fact is you had a team every year, Champions League, competing for it. And now you guys can't even get a simple player who is, let's be honest, he's not at a big club. He you couldn't even get a guy who's playing in a team like Real Sociedad. No disrespect to Real Sociedad, but they're not of the caliber of a Liverpool. You paid him double his contract and he still stayed. You need to have serious conversations about what is your recruitment strategy, because after Zubimendi, you should have a backup plan. Not saying we're not going to sign a 6. We're going to wait till next year. You can't keep pushing it down the can. Eventually, it's going to get to a point where you're at a dead end and you've messed up so many times that you've hit a wall, and that wall is coming. And I'm not here bantering anymore. I'm just genuinely talking to you guys as real. You realize that you have constantly put yourself in a situation where now it's going to catch up to you and it's eventually going to hit you. And this is just a wake-up sign. We spoke about signs in the past. Like, oh, you guys signed Diaz. I thought he was good, not at the level that I thought. Cody Gakpo, not at the level that you thought. Gravenberch, not at the level you thought. How many Liverpool early Klopp were not missing as much. You were missing, but not to this level. Almost every other shot is a miss now. You went from Steph Curry in the transfer window in the sense of getting gems to now looking like Ben Simmons, if you guys get the basketball reference. I'm sorry. Husam, you were one of the most positive people when I first met you. One window ruined that for you. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if you're back to that. I get the anger. I get the frustration. I've been there. Sometimes I feel it right now. We have an opportunity. We don't want to pull a Liverpool. This is what it's going to be called from now on. It's going to be called the Liverpool. When you have a team that's that good and you let it go, it's sad. I feel sorry for you. I'm done.
Yeah, Total Eclipse really wants us to talk about why Liverpool don't pull players. And I really do think that should come up, because When it's Chelsea, everyone loves to talk about that. Oh, Chelsea just buy nobodies, or they buy nobodies, or nobodies. Like Liverpool barely ever fucking buy anybody.
Bro, do they act like a big club? They're making fun of Arsenal right now. Do they act like a big club?
Yeah, it's crazy. Even when they were on the come up, they were getting players on the come up. Like bar Thiago, I don't really remember anyone.
Jota was a good signing too. Don't get it wrong.
Oh yeah, Jota was proven Prem. I'll give
after.
No, not even Prem proven. Like I'm talking about someone at like a world class level at that time. Thiago.
Bro, Liverpool fans are gonna be like they're acting too good for this. But I promise you, Liverpool can go to the championship and just get like 3 players, and they could change their lives. The way these
guys stuck up their nose at Jared Bowen.
I told him the same. Go sign Somerville to replace Luis Diaz. He laughed at me. Bro, now you're stuck with Luis Diaz. See, there you go.
And you know something? To the Liverpool fans think I'm bantering, or Lewis is bantering, or Grigs is bantering. It's getting to a point where what we're saying is no longer banter. It's actually materializing in front of your eyes, and you have to wake up. You can't constantly say next window we're going to sign a superstar. It's not going to work that way.
Okay.
Husam, take it away. It's your turn.
I didn't interrupt any of you. So now it's my turn to speak 20 minutes into the stream. First of all, I know it ain't Mr. Ajax Amsterdam talking to me about players rejecting me. It would be really easy if all Arne Slot did was go sign a bunch of Feyenoord players. If he wanted to sign Gertruda and whoever the fuck plays for fucking Feyenoord or wherever the hell he played before, he would have gotten those transfers done easily. The only reason why players are joining your football club is because they were either managed under Ten Hag, they speak Dutch or are Dutch. I learned the sentence of Dutch. That's how many Dutch players you don't sign. So let's not even go there and act like, oh my God, Man United are the most attractive club in the world. When you yourself got rejected by Nunez, you got rejected by Gakpo, you got rejected by Zubimendi himself, you got rejected by so many players as well. So don't do this whole all up and mindy, we sign all these incredible players. You ain't seen a league title in 10 years. You haven't been successful. You've won fuck all. Your biggest trophy in the last 10 years is the fucking Europa League. So let's get that right. This guy over here has won a Premier League and a Champions League more recently than you, and his club has been in the mud for the last 3 years, yet he's seen more success. So let's not even go there, Mr. Ajax Amsterdam. Hello, allemaal. That's how you say hello, everyone, in Dutch. Hello, allemaal. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. We back, baby. So let's get that right on Griggs' perspective. Oh, you think Slot couldn't have signed, all these players? And no problem. You had to pay 3 times as much as Real Madrid for Lenny Euro. 3 times as much. You had to seduce the chick with the money while the other guy got her for no money whatsoever. And that's the difference between you and Real Madrid. Second of all, let me talk to Lewis. Lewis is talking about Freudian slip. You are the fraud. You're the actual fraud in this conversation, because how many times have me and you worked together where I've called Caicedo your best midfielder? On the video where you were saying W Husam in the chat, you heard me fucking say Caicedo was Chelsea's best midfielder last season. I said that verbatim. So if it was a Freudian slip of hatred towards Caicedo, then I would have cooked Caicedo all year long. You know that I haven't cooked Caicedo all year long. I've cooked your ownership all year long. I've cooked your forward line all year long. And I've cooked your defense all year long. I've never attacked Caicedo. I think he's a fantastic player. He was one of the 3 players I rate in the out of context clip that you played. I said Palmer, Caicedo, and I forgot Gusto's name during my rant. I have no idea why the fuck I forgot Gusto's name. He has a unique name, but I fucking forgot his name. So I rate Caicedo. There's no Freudian slip. There's no hatred on my end towards Caicedo, like 0 hatred whatsoever. I think the guy's a fantastic player. I just think he made the wrong decision, which factually he did last year. So let's not even go there. And as well, when it comes to Chelsea, the reason why I speak the way I speak on Chelsea is I think the ownership is the problem. And I think your manager got unfairly treated last year where he was made the scapegoat. So that's it. It has nothing to do with Caicedo or Freudian slips. However, Lewis did say something that is correct. I need to fucking learn, you guys will lie. He's right. I need to stop this because I do this to myself. I swear to God, the way. But you know what it is? Why Ornstein tweeted, Fabrizio tweeted, Joyce tweeted. Joyce to us is basically like, forget tier 1, tier 0. Like he's him when it comes to Liverpool transfers. As soon as he tweets, means it's done, it's over, and we're fucking signed the player. So I was so happy when Joyce tweeted, because Joyce is like the him for the Liverpool fans. And now when it comes to Egal, There's a lot of truth when it comes to Egal, but what we're not gonna allow you to do is disrespect Liverpool Football Club. We call getting rejected a Liverpool. You know what we call having 0 Champions Leagues? An Arsenal. You know what we call being bottle jobs? Arsenal. You know what we call climax with no ending? Arsenal. That's what we fucking call Arsenal. So let's go there and talk about that. And second of all, you're doing the same thing for Moreno. You're not getting to the 10 million. You better pay that 10 million before Moreno changes his mind. You want me to tell you about experience? I'm speaking from experience. Moreno's about to reject you too, brother, if you don't pay the fucking money. He's also a Basque player. He's fucking Zubimendi's partner. You know what we call a Liverpool getting rejected. You know what we call Arsenal having no trophies. How dare you? How dare you talk about Liverpool not picking up enough domestics when Lewis, who hates my club. By the way, Lewis, me and you hate each other because there's a rivalry because of Benitez and Mourinho 15 years ago. This has nothing to do with Caicedo. This is just, we hate each other. It's normal. It's a rivalry. Lewis sat there on streams, and instead of him shitting on Klopp, he said, at least Klopp picked up the domestics. Tell me what Arsenal won in 2023, 2024. Look at what Arsenal won in 2022, 2023. What did Arsenal win in 2021, 2022? What did Arsenal win in 2020, 2021? What did Arsenal win in 2020? FA Cup. So I have to go back 4 or 5 seasons to get the last time Arsenal won something. If I won the FA Cup in my pomp under the team that I have with Klopp, you know, when we won the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, you were there on Space and you heard me say the season is a failure because there is levels to this. Because I've seen stuff that, frankly, you will never see Egal. And I don't want to just go on an Egal because there's a lot of stuff he said is true. But you see this, you don't even have one of this, akhi. Wallahi, you don't have one of this. Not even one. Forget 6, you don't even have one of this. And like, you've gotten rejected by players before, Egal. You've gotten rejected by players before, Grigs. You've gotten rejected players before Lewis. Every club in the planet gets rejected. Now, you know who deserves to get cooked? Richard Hughes, Michael Edwards, the people who execute for Liverpool Football Club. And I'll tell you where Liverpool need to hold the L. Liverpool need to hold the L because you go speak to a player that has already said no to Man United, no to Arsenal, no to Bayern, no to whoever. He does not want to leave Real Sociedad, which is an indirect no. For the first time ever, he gives a club, okay, I'm willing to make the move. And instead of you paying the release clause then and there, all you do is give yourself 3-4 more days of negotiating in which that gives Sociedad the opportunity to change Zubimendi's mind. And that is where we fucking fucked up. That is where we messed up. It wasn't a case of like, and people say rejected this, rejected that. Let's be honest about the list of midfielders. First of all, Lavia did not reject Liverpool Football Club. Lavia, we fucked that one up. Lavia is even worse than rejection. Because we spent 2 months telling Lavia he's our first choice, and then we dropped 150 million on Caicedo. And Lavia's like, hold on a minute. You just spent 2 months telling me I'm first choice. And now you stab me in the back by going for Caicedo. Please don't tell me that I'm first choice anymore. So Lavia then reverse stabbed us in the back and went to join Chelsea. Caicedo had already given his word to Chelsea Football Club. His agent has come out and said it publicly. When Jurgen Klopp called, it was different. He wanted to join. He wanted to do this. He wanted to do that. But he had already given his word to Chelsea, so we had to move on. Enzo, we were never in for him. I dare you find me any article or journalist linking us to Enzo. It wasn't that. Enzo, I think even Lewis will tell you the one club that wanted Enzo alongside Chelsea was Real Madrid. But Real Madrid wanted to wait until the summer. Chelsea wanted to pay then and there. If it was an interest or some random Argentinian reporter reporting it, that doesn't mean that we wanted him. Bellingham, I held my L. I shaved my hair. I don't like what more you wanted. I shaved my fucking hair. I did it. I fell for he grew up loving Gerrard and shit. I held the biggest L probably in football YouTube, you know, on a personal level where I had to go bald on a stream. So I've done that. But with Zubimendi, we did this to ourselves. And to be honest with you, and this is me just being completely honest, I deserve to get cooked by Grigs. I deserve to get cooked by Lewis. I deserve to get cooked by Egal based on my reaction from Wednesday, but it was a reaction of excitement. Because you guys know that I've spent the last 2 months being positive about my football club and telling people to wait until we cook and telling people to, okay, we're going to get transfers in, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And the club just stabbed me in the fucking back. So yes, because I got too excited Wednesday on Ahwa, I deserve to get cooked. I cooked all of your clubs on Wednesday, so this is just this is your chance to cook me back, and I get it, and that's fair, and that's fine enough. And I'll tell you why, and everyone in the chat already knows this, but it's a reaffirmation feeling. You know why Egal, Lewis, and Grigs can't go in at Liverpool right now? Is because Salah is still at the club, Van Dijk is still at the club, Trent is still at the club, and Alisson is still at the club. Those are the 4 players that separate us from absolute fucking mediocrity, and people
So I was very
so
tactical with my words. Very tactical.
no, 100%. People are so unaware. The only person that's rising to that level, I think the guys that went on the panel with degree is probably McAllister. Other than that, we are so close to mediocrity, people don't realize it. If Salah was sold this summer, this football club would have not finished in the top 4. If Van Dijk the same, if Trent the same, if Alisson the same. So I'm telling you guys right now, please enjoy those 4 players. Never cook those 4 players. Defend them with all you have, because those are the 4 players separating us from fucking mediocrity. And I mean mediocrity. Lewis thinks mediocrity is what he had last season. If those 4 magically left Liverpool tomorrow, Liverpool finish in fucking 12th or 13th place. We would finish in the lowest ever finish in Premier League fucking history. I'm telling you guys right now, people don't understand this. We would absolutely be fucking finished and done out here. And the one final correction I will say. Liverpool, they don't sign superstars. You guys are correct. The 2 that I recall that I think we signed that were unbelievable in the time we signed them is Fernando Torres, when we signed him from Atletico, because he was unbelievable for Atletico. We signed Thiago Alcantara as well, who was very good at Bayern. I think when I was doing spaces, people were calling Thiago like the best midfielder in the world. So he was really good. He finished in the Pro 11 that year. And there are players we signed here and there who are like Premier League proven, but not necessarily like unbelievable proven. You could put Alisson in that category because he had like 2 good years for Roma in a row, so maybe you could put him in there.
But 2 good years.
Yeah, 100%. But other than that, you're all correct. Like, we don't really sign. The one era we had in which we signed world-class players, we dominated Europe and we dominated England. Late 70s, early 80s, where we signed the likes of Kenny Dalglish and others. And those are the players that actually took us to the next level. And to be honest with you guys, as much as I want to sit up here and scream at those 3, that's why I only give like 1 or 2 sentences back to those 3. Because number 1, I deserve it. Number 2, there's a lot of truth to what they say. When Lewis comes here or Griggs comes here and says, you don't sign superstars. So what am I fighting exactly? He's 100% right. Yes, we do not sign superstars. He is correct. There's not a player we've signed that's like, whoa. Other than Thiago, probably Fernando Torres. And you could make the argument for Alisson. That is it. Like, Robertson was signed from relegated Hull. Joe Gomez was signed from Charlton for 3 million. Matip was on a free. Jordan Henderson was about to get traded for Clint Dempsey. Wijnaldum was relegated with Newcastle. Salah was from Roma, Premier League flop. Mane was from Southampton. Firmino was from Hoffenheim. So the guys are absolutely right. And we are the Spurs of the transfer market. We are the Spurs of the transfer market. But always remember, what happens on the pitches is a lot more important than what happens here. Because you specifically can be the transfer market champion. But when it comes to winning real trophies, we already know what happens. So, yeah.
I've seen a lot in my lifetime, but I hear the sentiment.
I know you have. Anyway,
I get that.
Now we can go back to talking normally. I don't have to be quiet, and you guys don't have to be quiet. So, yeah, that's basically my response. Guys, I deserve to get cooked. Wallahi, I don't even. I'll be honest. I deserve to get cooked. I went back. I watched
at least until the medical's done next time. At least when the guy's going to a medical, I mean, fair. I mean, with this Gallagher situation.
Are you guys starving that bad? Are you guys starving that bad?
We are starving. Egal. It's August 14th.
So maybe you should take a page out of Eric Ten Hag's playbook and go sign some fighting players. At least then you'll get something. Matt Swifer was available for 30 mil. You need a DM. Why don't you go sign him?
Hey, I'd take him right
now. Hey, Gallagher's coming back.
Which one is it?
McTominay's available.
No money or incompetence or all 3?
I think it's unfair to say no pull. The other 2, you're correct. We are incompetent. And I think the ownership need to fuck off now. Those 2, I agree with you completely. But when we say stuff like no pull, guys, you're all honest people. We say stuff for banter, but let's be real. Zubimendi said a flat-out no to about 3-4 clubs. Why did this saga become a thing over a 4-5 day period? Forget the fact that we were incompetent and fucked it up. He must have given us the green light on Wednesday, or this wouldn't have happened. Because, you know, if he just said no on Wednesday, life would have moved on. We wouldn't have
Maybe
negotiated.
Xabi Alonso convinced him.
No,
Nah,
yeah.
Sociedad did it. So I don't know how Sociedad were able to do it, but that's why it looks so embarrassing because he gave you his word and then he went back on it.
I've told people that
We embarrassed
La Liga
ourselves.
players.
That's the incompetent part. Pay the 51 fucking million then and there. That's how
Stop
you
going
get
for stop going for La Liga players with release clauses because these guys know how to pull out the heartstrings of every player. You saw what Sociedad did. They told Zubimendi, you got to tell Liverpool to send you the money so you can go activate your own release clause. We had to do that under Herrera, but he actually wanted to join us.
We did that for Thomas Partey on the deadline day, and
We did that for
Atletico
That's
Madrid.
peak.
Were
You
so
guys, by the
pissed.
way, all three of you, do you guys deep down believe that Liverpool have no pull, or is it just for banter purposes?
I think for a club
You
your
guys
size,
have
you
some
don't
pull, but
you,
it's
you
fucking
don't have
hilarious.
If Liverpool
You don't
are
have
in
the-
for if
you
Liverpool
don't have
are
the
in for a
pull for a
player
club your
that's
size,
like
by the way.
if Liverpool are
That's
in
the
for a player, they somehow mess it up. So pull has many things. It's not about attractiveness of the club alone. It's also the effectiveness of getting stuff done.
The execution, that's their
Yeah.
problem.
It's I've never seen Liverpool
As
go
bad as
head-to-head
Chelsea
with
are,
the club.
As bad as Chelsea are, you could say they might not have pull on how they're performing, but no matter what, they will get a deal done.
Chelsea's pull isn't better. Chelsea's execution is better.
Execution,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. Yeah.
They execute.
But what about
No,
the
but
ambition?
that's
Lewis,
part-
it's fair
no,
to
that's-
say right now, Chelsea
no.
aren't more attractive than Liverpool, but when you want a player, you just get that shit done. That's the difference.
Okay, but bro, if a
You're
player
speaking
wants
to
to
the
join
wrong guy
Liverpool,
on that one.
if Kylian Mbappe wants to join Liverpool tomorrow, you guys are never going to get it done.
You want me to show you the ultimate example of incompetence, Egal? I wish I can find the video now. Wallahi, I wish I can find the video of him here.
Also,
Just
by the way-
30 seconds of your time. Just
By the way,
listen.
Chelsea's
What
pull-
Liverpool
Chelsea-
do in this moment is amazing. It's amazing. They lost 0 game. That's not easy. The guy are focus and play every game. They play and they win. They win. They win. They are like machine.
And Trent Alexander-Arnold stole your...
Yeah, I saw. I saw. I'm proud. But this guy is amazing.
And to talk about moments.
This to you just quickly before I forget. Sorry, Grigs, I know I interrupted you. But here's the thing that you guys need to realize. Mbappe publicly spoke about another football club like this. By definition, that cannot mean that Liverpool have no pull. By definition, that means that Liverpool are, number one, absolutely idiotic and stupid in the transfer market, absolutely incompetent, and lack serious fundamental executional skills in terms of getting transfers done. I know you guys only saw it as a hashtag, but Mbappe 2020 was an actual thing for Liverpool. Like, people, we wanted Mbappe. That was a serious thing. But we have such a serious lack of execution. It's fucking frightening, you guys. That's why, for me, I cannot relate this to pull. I relate this more to the fact that we cannot execute on the transfer market. And Lewis is spitting. The only time I'm going to speak about the transfer to Liverpool next time is if he's fucking wearing the Liverpool shirt, leaning on the stairs and
Bro,
taking a picture.
Someone said the player has to have 50 appearances before they believe that they're a Liverpool player now.
So-
Bro, I have to see him like Carabao Cup third round.
No,
Bro.
but the thing with pull is though, it's not just like obviously everyone knows you're an attractive club. You're one of the biggest clubs in the world. No one's ever said that. But we're talking about pull and stuff like that. Is when you have to go against another team for a transfer, are you able to win? I know Chelsea, if they go head to head with someone for a transfer, most likely they're gonna come out on top. I've seen it happen against me before in the mid 2000s when we were going for the same targets, like Mikel, for example. They went and got him. Obviously, some of the stuff was shady and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, they still went and got the player, all that kind of stuff. Right. With you, it's you guys need the free run. If someone else gets involved, you're not willing to go head to head with them, and that's part of the pull. For us, if we see someone come in, especially now under the new regime, we're willing to go for them. We might not win the battle, but we're gonna try. You guys don't try.
We just recently did it with Declan Rice. We don't usually win battles either. Like, we actually beat the last team we beat in a battle was Liverpool for Alexis Sanchez.
That is true. Honestly, there's nothing you guys are saying that I can like fundamentally deny, to be honest with you. Because at the end of the day, look, here's the thing. If using Griggs's definition, pull is part of like execution as part of pull, then you're 100% correct. Then our pull isn't what it needs to be for a big club. I don't think it's a problem of attraction. I don't think it's a problem of like, maybe players don't want to play for Liverpool or whatever it is. I don't think that's the case. I genuinely believe it's just such a serious lack of executional skills. Just look at the Zubimendi stuff.
I think it's neglect.
By the way, I don't
It is
expect
neglect,
By the way, I don't expect superstars to come to Liverpool. By the way, because you guys are not like some major city that everyone's gonna want to come and play in. That's one of the downfalls. Same way, I don't expect superstars to come to United.
If they win the league after signing nobody, I expect a superstar.
Bro, no superstar wants to live in Liverpool. Bro,
they won the league. They won the Champions League. Where's the money going?
Bro,
you know who we signed after we won the league? Sepp van den Berg, Harvey Elliott, and Adrian.
But when I'm talking about and by the way, Zubimendi is not even a superstar, by the way. So he's not like. But I'm talking about like
compared to what they've been signing, yeah.
No, not really, because I think Mane was a better talent what they signed.
How long ago is that?
No, but what I'm trying to say is it's like this, the location doesn't help them, obviously. Like you guys on the other side, you have an advantage. You guys play in London.
You saying people don't want to go to Liverpool?
No, bro, no one's trying to live in Liverpool. From what I heard, bro, I hear the accent and I don't want to live there. Bro, it's not the same as the London. It's not even the same as the Manchester.
Bro, that's rude.
No, but it's true though. It's not the city. It's not like a city that a player.
I hear you.
You can't like in South America, bro. There's a reason why South Americans don't want to play in the Premier League most of them, because they miss the weather and stuff like that. That's why Julian Alvarez, who plays for the best club in the world, wanted to bounce and go to Spain because of the sun and stuff like that. They feel happier. It's how it is. And same way United. I don't expect my club to sign superstars, but it's about going and get the right players that can help. And Liverpool have lost that philosophy in the past few years because they started rising so much and they started becoming such a good football club that they thought they had to go get these players that are already ready and can help them compete, because that's the trajectory they were heading towards. But in my opinion, they should have stuck to the original plan which Michael Edwards had built. Instead, he left because he saw the change in the trajectory. Jurgen Klopp, not gonna lie, as good as he is, he bought a little bit too much into his own dip and started trying to go after the Darwin Núñez and stuff like that because he thought his eye for talent was this world-class eye for talent. It wasn't. At the end of the day, he's not that kind of manager.
But Greg, I agree with you. But what I would say is the way that they built up the team is not the way you sustain it. And I think they were trying to sustain it the same way they built it, which is the problem for me. It's not that they stopped trying to succeed. It's just they kept the same philosophy that you're trying to do in a rebuild after they already built a great team. You can't have a great team and try to still rebuild. You need to sustain, which they never did. Jota and Thiago was the one time where I felt like they made signings that was to sustain what they had. Outside of that, the rest of them was too late. They were trying to recover.
You know, Grigs said the most factual statement in all the cooking. The thing that's actually letting us down the most is something that he said. Everyone now has the same scouting shit that we do. It was special 5 years ago. It's no longer special. You're 100% right. If I go right now to Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, and Manchester United lists, please don't think that what you think Chelsea, Arsenal, and United don't think that Zubimendi is fucking special. Yes,
me and Egal have had the same transfer targets like the past 4 years. We both been linked with Zubimendi. We both been linked with Declan Rice. We both wanted Alessandro Martinez. Both was there. There's probably other players as well that we were both linked with.
No, you are right. You are right. That's what I'm saying. So there is no longer an advantage.
You get what do you mean? Chelsea's literally wanted everybody's transfers.
No, we had that little period in saga in January with Felix
you guys,
Mudryk.
Michaela Mudryk.
You lot in for Mark Hugh as well then?
1 second. Caicedo, Michaela Mudryk.
Actually, no, United wanted Tosin. Yeah, maybe not.
You guys also wanted Trossard. You guys also wanted there's so many players.
When did we want Trossard?
If you guys didn't sign Michaela Mudryk, Trossard was the other player you guys were linked to. And you had his manager.
I don't ever remember hearing of Trossard.
And you had his manager at the time too. My point is,
I don't remember no Trossard link.
I don't think it's about the scouting. I think it's football at the top level. There's only a small group of players that you can take that are like needle movers, and we all are interested in those needle movers. Where if you want to find a raw piece, we can all go get a Zirkzee or somebody like.
Yeah, that's why Grigs doing the pull thing is shameless. Is it Grigs? We could have signed Mazraoui and Ligt and Zirkzee. Come on, man, that would have been an easy thing to do. Let's not do that.
You could have, but you did it.
Okay, but if I called Bologna like 2 months ago, I could have gotten Zirkzee. That's not.
But by the way, the Ligt rejected PSG to come to us. By the way, That's another
Euro
thing.
is the one that I'll be honest with you. Euro is the one you can show off. I agree with you.
The guy that you want in your football club, Ugarte, he's twerking from my club right now as we speak. We don't
want Ugarte, Grigs. We don't. I want Ugarte personally.
All I'm trying to say is when it comes to United, we don't have the pool we used to have. I'm not going to be obnoxious and say that we have the pool that we used to have.
Thank you. 10 years ago, you signed Falcao, Di Maria. It's different levels to this.
But even in our worst years, even if we have to throw a little bit extra money, we still went and signed a Rafael Varane from Real Madrid. We got Di Maria away from Real Madrid. We got Paul Pogba while being in Europa League.
That was when you had good pull. That was Mourinho era as well. Don't forget that.
But bro,
don't say what because that's prime Jose Mourinho.
You think if Mourinho was at Spurs, Pogba would have went to Spurs? That's not happening.
To be honest with you, if Spurs financially backed Mourinho, you're telling me he wouldn't have demanded. Bro, you've seen Mourinho at your club. I've seen Mourinho and Egal at the Premier League. Lewis has seen Mourinho at his club. Bro, Mourinho always demands fucking unbelievable players.
No, but what I'm trying to say is
if Spurs were capable financially, they would have done that shit for him. Let's be real, Grigs.
No, but Pogba would have never joined them. He wouldn't go to Spurs. What I'm talking about, Mourinho was at a club.
I understand, but you're not getting my argument. I'm not denying your pull. I think in 2016, that's when Mourinho was there. Your pull was a lot stronger than now. That's my point.
But it's still. But the thing is, the pull is still there for United. We can still go get a player if we really want to.
Who name them?
We just went and signed the best young center back in the world. What do you? Bro, is that not enough? Lenny Euro. He's the best center back prospect in the world. He literally is. Every single scout will tell you.
Greg, you know exactly how Lenny Euro became a Man United player. Don't do that. It's not because of the pull. Don't be disingenuous. Oh, yeah. You know you overpaid. Be real. Griggs, why can't you just be real about the shit?
Bro, if you have to overpay, you still the guy still has to agree to personal terms. He still wants to come to your club. If he really wanted to, he could have waited a year and he would have went to Real Madrid on a free.
I understand that, and you're 100% correct. You're 100% correct. However, the only reason why you got Lenny Euro now is because you overpaid. Do you acknowledge that?
Every club overpays in the transfer market. It's very rare that you get bargains these days.
Don't do that. You're being so disingenuous right now.
You didn't overpay for Darwin Nunez. You didn't overpay for Darwin Nunez.
Of course we did. I don't even want Nunez
at my club now. That's how you ended up getting him over us.
No, they got Nunez on a discount.
Yeah.
They still had a discount. What was the discount? 80 mil? They still had to pay over the top.
Luis Diaz, my bad.
No, we paid 64 million without add-ons.
And stuff like that.
To be fair, he hasn't triggered any add-ons because he's fucking.
They wanted 100 million euros at the time.
Yeah. No, but the point is, Greg, here's the thing. I'll tell you who I think. I think the most attractive / the club with the most pull in the Premier League right now is Man City. That's number one.
Obviously.
Number two, I put Arsenal. Okay?
But Arsenal don't got pull more than them. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think Arsenal have more pull than them.
You don't think Arsenal has more pull than Man United?
No.
Man United will spend more money, but we're more attractive at this moment in time.
Oh, you see, this is why we have to define the parameters of what pull is.
Pull is not money.
Well, it's not even pull is like even when you're not at your best, what kind of player can you go get?
1 second. Man United will pull off a lot more crazier transfers and get players.
But the thing is, bro, like United could be look at this. United were 8th last season, right? And no matter how the deal happened, even though 95% of deals these days are not the most cleanest of deals anyway, when it got an 18-year-old center back prospect that was wanted by Real Madrid while they were 8th place. In 2021, they went and got a center back from Real Madrid that had won everything.
Do you actually believe you have more pull than Arsenal now?
Like, of course, I believe I have more pull than us.
1 second.
I can argue that Chelsea have more pull than us right now. Chelsea have a lot of pull.
You see, Husam, they're confusing pull. They're confusing pull. I think pull is
agreed execution's a part of pull, right?
I think pull is the attractiveness of your club at this moment in time for certain players. I think certain players would not even look twice at Chelsea or Man United at this moment in time based on where you guys are at. Certain players are for win now teams, and then there's certain players that are for certain teams that they can build with and are different levels. If you go for, I don't think there's too many people interested in Victor Osimhen right now.
And he's still happy to negotiate with Chelsea.
Sorry, can you name a player other than Declan Rice where you have shown your pull?
Alexis Sanchez.
That was like, all right. So then I could use my 2016 arguments. I could use
Listen,
Bro,
Pogba,
Arsenal, but they aren't at their best time. Mesut Ozil, Grigs. Ozil.
And I times Pogba, Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Casemiro. What are we talking about?
My question to you
Yeah,
is,
but
I got
if you're-
N'Golo
question to
Kante
you
when I
is-
was 10.
right now, if
Grigs, I'm talking
Arsenal,
about right now, bro.
right
not
now,
in
if
general.
Arsenal,
Okay,
and Man United,
Ozil was 10 years ago.
1 second, bro.
No, but I'm responding to what you
Griggs,
said. I'm not
Griggs.
talking about pull in general. I'm
Griggs.
not talking about like Premier League era pull. I'm talking about pull now.
Griggs,
That's why I put Arsenal second.
Bro, Arsenal aren't even
just
making
1
any
second.
signings.
1
What the
second.
hell
1
is their
second.
pull?
1 second. The Charlotte Bobcats that are garbage are not going to be able to get a better free agent than a team that's in the NBA playoffs. Simple.
Bro,
So
this
that's
ain't
how I view.
basketball,
That's how
bro.
I feel
This
the
ain't
same
basketball.
thing.
This ain't
I view the same way in football.
No.
The same way in football.
This ain't
There's
basketball.
certain players that are not going to join teams that are in a state where they're rebuilding or
Okay,
they don't see
you want to
that
go the
team
basketball route. You want to go the
competing in the
basketball
Champions
route.
League.
You want to go the basketball route. Let's say the Utah Jazz are better than the Los Angeles Lakers in that season. Who has more pull? Even though
Always
the Jazz
the
might
Lakers.
seem more
The
attractive,
Lakers.
the Lakers.
Yeah, always the
You are
Lakers.
that. Your football club is that to me. I am that level ahead of you. That's how.
No,
Nah,
that's not true.
that's
And also
disrespect.
the NBA analogy,
No, it's not
Egal, I'll be
disrespect.
honest with you.
That's
Egal
disrespect.
walked straight
Why is
into
that
that trap
disrespect?
because NBA is completely different. It's all about
No, I
major
get it, but
cities
my
and stuff
point
like
is certain players will look at that as a reason in why they don't go to certain clubs. And that's when I'm valuing attractiveness of clubs. I'm looking at the situation of your club also, not just the club's name. For example, Juventus is a massive club, but let's be honest, they don't have the same pull as they used to because of the state that they're currently in.
Correct.
Simple.
But you think Calafiori would actually chosen you over Juventus if it wasn't for Bologna not wanting to sell to them because of the
No, if Juventus were still competing for the league, maybe he'd go to them.
I promise you, if Bologna were not petty with Juventus and Juventus had the bread, Calafiori would have chosen them over you. You are not the kind of club to say that an Italian player which would not choose one of the pinnacle clubs in Italy to play for you.
My question to you is,
Griggs, can I understand? Egal, I think we're not even understanding Griggs' argument here. What is your argument
right now?
fundamentally?
To say that Arsenal have more pull than United, if we go for the same player right now, I think that United 65 to 70% of the time would win.
Because you're gonna offer more wages and more money. Simple. You're not winning because
that's part of pull though.
No, I disagree with you. That's not part of pull.
That's not part
Why
of
is that not
pull.
part of pull?
Money is not part of pull.
Because
Pull is
Newcastle got
actual
more money than all of us.
attractiveness.
They don't have more pull.
No, they don't, because they can't offer the same amount of money.
1 second. Simple.
Griggs, you know
If
this.
you are
No,
more
they can't. Newcastle are not allowed to offer the same wages as a United
bro,
club. because
you know what you're
PSL would-
doing?
would
You know what
cook
you're
them.
doing? You know
Turn
what you're
them into
doing?
pieces.
You know what you're doing? You're the ugly guy with a lot of money saying I can get better looking girls than you because I'm sexy. No, you just got money. They don't care about how you look.
That's
Bro, how do you
better
think Real
than
Madrid
FA.
have to play? No, how do you think Real
That's
Madrid
crazy.
Is that a better reference?
No, Real Madrid is not the same. Real
No, not
Madrid
right now.
is
Not right
based
now.
on
I'm not talking about right now.
success.
I'm not talking about right now. I'm talking about about like a decade
Bro,
ago.
1 second.
Even when
Is
they
that
were
not a better
struggling-
reference,
That's as well.
guys? Is that not a better reference?
No,
You
when they were in the
guys,
mud. I'm
right
talking about when
now-
they were in the mud. I'm
right
talking about when
now-
they were in the mud and they
right
had to
now-
make Champions
Their
League
version of in the
quarterfinals.
mud
Right
is a league
now-
title every
right
3
now-
years.
No, it's
Right
not.
now,
I'm talking about the late
it's a
2000s
goal-
when Madrid
bro,
hadn't made it past the UCL round
Imagine
of
a
16
sugar
for
daddy
8
trying to
years.
tell. Imagine a sugar
Real
daddy
Madrid
trying
won
to-
2 league
trying to tell
titles in the late 2000s. What are you
But
talking about?
the league titles don't matter to them, bro. The pinnacle is always the UCL.
I'm not talking about
That's all
it
they care
mattering
about.
to them. We're talking about the players. Here's the okay, Griggs. Let me explain this to you. If
All right, I have a question. When the pick goes to Real Madrid, what do you think they dream of first and foremost?
success,
winning the Champions
100%.
League.
They care about the Champions League. They don't care about no La Liga.
Success,
Bro.
yes, success. Winning trophies at Madrid.
Bro,
Bro,
why
Ronaldo
are
won
people
2 La
Man United?
Ligas.
1 second.
He don't even. Bro,
1 second.
that La Liga don't mean shit to them.
Griggs, you're slightly disillusioned. Nobody's going to Man United right now to win the league.
Yeah, no one. Literally no one.
That's not how pull works. That's not the point. When
That's
a player
part
goes
of
to
pull. Success and going for success is part of pull. That's why
Okay,
Man City
so
right now.
part of them are
That's
going
why
for the
Man City
project.
right now. That's why Man City right now have pull, but they don't utilize it because they operate on a different system than Chelsea and yourself. If Man City were operating on a similar system to you, best believe they would be trying to go for Mbappe and everything else. But but the way they do things, they're happy with Haaland, and they'll fill it out with players that they feel fit their project. You, my friend, are speaking about
Grigs, what is
financial
your actual
clout.
argument? Because
One
what Egal
second.
is saying is logical.
Pull is
not part of financial.
Who you
One
gonna
second.
get? That's your pull. That's what definition. You think people care about how we got Lenny Euro? I don't give a shit how we got Lenny Euro. At the end of the day, it's how he produces for me. How I got Paul Pogba, I don't care. I don't give a shit what we have to do with Mino
listen to what I'm saying.
It's how he
Please
performs.
listen to what I'm saying. There's a difference between pull and financial clout. I'm not saying every single signing is because
and I agree with Egal.
They go together, bro.
They don't.
Yes,
they don't. They don't.
No, they don't.
Because Aston Villa and freaking and all these clubs that are lower down the table are pulling signings away from big clubs across Europe. They're not better than them. They just are able to pay more money and change people's lives. For example, you cannot sit here and tell me a player will go to Saudi Arabia because they have more pull than a team in Europe. No, it's simply because that team can give that player generational wealth.
Pure financial. That's pure financial because they're offering the money.
That's why I'm saying separate the two.
No, but that's
separate the
that's
two.
different between what United and Arsenal, where the difference in wages is about 100K, while the difference between Saudi Arabia and a Prem offer is about 800K in wages difference. That's a big money.
Am I speaking a different language, or is he not getting it?
No,
Lewis, you understand this?
No, bro,
financial clout and pull is not the same. You separate the two.
Financial what?
Financial clout and club pull. You have to separate the two when you speak about attractiveness of a club. Financial clout is not the only reason why a club's attractive.
You could say it's a factor, but like not a defining factor.
It's not defining, but it's still a factor, though. Same way where your club is located.
I'm not disputing
where your
that.
club is located, by the way, is a factor. That's
I'm not disputing that.
Most people will choose London
that
over
is part of
Manchester
attractiveness.
Yes, they're all a factor, and all that factor. What is that?
Okay, so we're finally on the same page. Do you understand? There's so many factors, but one factor that I want to separate away from attractiveness is financial clout, because it doesn't matter how ugly your club is, how poor your club is, how bad your club is. If you have financial clout, people are willing to look past the attractiveness of your club to go there for the monetary reasons. So when you take away monetary and you just look at attractiveness, pull is slightly separate from financial clout.
I just think for me, it's disrespectful to say that Arsenal have more pull than Man United, because you haven't pulled anyone in the past decade that can tell you that you have that pull. Other than the Declan Rice, who you got over Man City, fair enough. You have not went and signed anyone that shows this financial pull. And you also haven't even won more than me in the past decade. You say that you're more attractive right now. You haven't won jack shit.
Okay.
Lenny Euro can at least say that he just saw his club win the FA Cup. Even though he probably was lying out his ass, he still could have said that. About you, what are they gonna say? They watch you finish second place back-to-back years.
Okay,
that's all they can say.
You know how you determine something? If a player had to choose between Arsenal and Man United right now, all things the same, which club are they going to?
I'm picking my football club.
Why?
Because we're Man United, isn't it? That's all I gotta say. It's worth
so
more.
Basically, I will tell you why they would go to Arsenal. Because 1, they're going to be playing the Champions League. Because 2, they're going to be in a better team competing for the league. 3, being in a better team, they have better opportunities to get individual awards and team awards. Also, if they were to go to Manchester United with the same wages and the same thing, do they really want to be playing with your players compared to the players that they could be playing with at Arsenal? It doesn't make sense. So if all things are the same, Grigs, Arsenal at this moment in time are a more attractive club. Now, if you want to change the parameters,
you know what other factor?
If you want to change the parameters, and you want to
what other factor I can add to this? By the way, you know what other factor?
Your argument was it's Man United.
Legacy, succeeding at Manchester
United.
Yeah,
I'm surprised you didn't use that.
Legacy. What you can achieve at Manchester United,
Man United.
If you can win at Man United, that makes you. That
makes
you that much more remembered.
But guess what? You're nowhere near that. If you win the first Premier League at Arsenal after 20 years, you're almost solidifying yourself as a cult hero.
And at United, for the first time in 10 years, because
you're nowhere near that.
And when I used to,
one second, you're nowhere near that. So based on legacy, it applies to both. So where are we
Oh, the
going?
legacy you
But,
can
but,
achieve
that,
at
but that's
Arsenal
also why
compared to
another
the
player
Arsenal
could
you
say
can
they
achieve
have
at-
an easier opportunity to make a
Grigs,
name
give
for
me a
themselves at
tangible
United.
reason. 1 second. If everything, the parameters are the same, give me a tangible reason why somebody would choose Manchester United over Arsenal at this moment in time that has nothing to do with monetary value. Explain
That's a
that to
good
me,
question.
please.
Answer,
We're
Grigs.
Manchester United. That's all I gotta say.
We're Manchester United. So based on Greg's fact, they're gonna pick Manchester
Bro,
United because
I
they're
don't
a
think
Manchester
you
United
understand-
fan.
I don't think you understand who Manchester United are, by the way. We are
No,
the
I
big
don't
Yeah,
think you understand how people
Egal. Like, I
work.
don't know if it's enough to use in that sort of argument, but the argument that they are Manchester United, like, it's a point.
Bro,
And this is coming from me as a rival.
I don't think
They're one of the biggest clubs in
One second,
England.
one
From the
second.
outside
Hassan,
looking
I
in, they're always
understand why
considered at
Hassan
that
was
level.
scoff. I understand why Hassan can scoff at that because he's Liverpool.
I think
He
I
can
think
chat
you
to
guys
Yeah.
are missing
you.
my
You
point.
can't chat
I
to
think
me.
you guys are
It's as
missing my
simple as
point.
that.
My point is simple. Stop saying if all the parameters financially are the same, you're telling me they're going to Manchester United because of the name. That doesn't make sense. They're going to
No,
Why
no,
doesn't
not
that
as
make
a
sense?
guarantee.
Why doesn't
But
that
I
make
could
sense? By the way,
see a
we've seen
player
that happen
thinking,
in
I
football.
want to go to Manchester
we've seen that
United.
happen
The reason
in football so many
why
times.
people go to Manchester United over other clubs partially has to do with slightly because of
Can we talk,
they
okay,
have higher
Barcelona.
wages.
Bro,
You could say it's more
Barcelona.
of like a personal reason, which is why you can't really
Listen,
like bury
I am
it.
being
I'm sorry.
so objective here. I'm being so fair.
I'm
I'm
not
not
even
sitting
saying
here
you're
saying
not. I'm not
Arsenal is
even
a
saying
bigger
you're
club.
not.
I'm not sitting here saying Arsenal is a better
We're seeing
club.
this with
I'm just sitting here
Barcelona
saying
right now. Bro,
we have a much more attractive situation to join. And if you are an 18-year-old or a 22-year-old, maybe you would consider going into them. But if you're somebody who's in a situation where you can win now and you're one of the best in your position, you're going to join Arsenal over Manchester United because of the circumstance that you find yourself in. More competitive team, a
That's
better
fair enough.
squad, able to compete in the top level in the Champions League and in the league, and you know you're going to be there and thereabouts. Where at Manchester United, you don't know what they're going to be next season. For God's sakes, the manager could be sacked that hires you, and you'll be looking at yourself like, why did I join this club over the club that could have been competing? You'd regret. You could have regrets. Grigs is just saying because they're Manchester United.
Bro, okay,
Sorry.
yo, okay. Bro, okay.
It
So
has
if you
nothing to do with that.
right now you're a better club than Barcelona. If you think
Shit,
Barcelona
fair
don't
point.
pull up,
Hey, fair
Barcelona,
point.
you're right now you're better than Barcelona. You're probably closer to winning than Barcelona right now. If it's between you and Barca for a player, all Barcelona have to say is I am Barcelona.
1 second, I'm not speaking to a Barcelona fan. I'm speaking to a Man United fan. We're in the same league. We're in the same league. I can't compare.
You're not in the
1
same
second.
league as me.
Bro,
You're not in the same league as me.
we're literally in the Premier League. What are you talking about?
No, in
This is
terms of
probably
club
the best
size,
fucking explanation, by the way.
you are not the same level as me. Same way
I
you're not the
didn't
same level
say
as
that.
Barcelona.
Yes.
I didn't say that. I
That's
did not
the
say
honest
that.
Brilliant.
One
That is
second.
fucking brilliant.
1 second, guys. Did you hear what he
But
just
Greg,
did?
you know what debunks all your argument on a reel is something that you said. If the argument is no, but hear me out, Griggs. I'm not even shouting or anything because I'm gonna be completely logical.
It's just the fact that
Let me just be completely logical. One second,
these
give me
guys
5
haven't
seconds
won
statement.
anything, bro. These guys
Griggs,
have won
I'm just
zero
gonna say
major
a 5
trophies
second
in like
statement.
20
Okay?
years.
Just 1 second, Habib.
Bro.
If your argument is we're Manchester United, so we should have just told Zubimendi we're Liverpool then, using your logic, because we're a massive club.
You're not that kind of club to do that. That's why. It's as simple as that.
But Griggs, now you're turning a serious debate into banter. What Egal is saying is true. I'll tell you why what Egal is saying is true. If we're talking attractiveness,
you can't. But one thing is you can't use it for Spanish players. I understand that. But when it comes to English players, for example, we use more Manchester United, and that works about 85% of the time. Because in England, we're regarded as top dog. We never.
Why didn't it work on Jude Bellingham then? Tell me.
Because he wanted to go to Dortmund. Fair enough to him, man. I have no problem with that.
But that's
you linked from him when he was at Birmingham.
Yes. And he went to Dortmund. Can you explain that one to me?
You know why? Because United told him that he was going to play the 6, and he didn't want to play the 6, and he didn't see his pathway there. So he went, bro. Jude Bellingham rejected you and us for Real Madrid. For that, Griggs, he doesn't want to play in the Prem.
Griggs. He rejected you for Dortmund. He rejected me for Madrid. So this isn't a subject.
He was very specific in the way he wanted his career to develop. And he did not want. He wanted to have a lot of play time, and he wanted the right pathway.
Okay, let me explain to you
because Manchester United is not a healthy environment.
Please just give me 10 seconds.
Back then it wasn't. I agree. Right now with the trajectory that we're heading towards, we have a project to offer to clubs, to players. We can convince them.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's as simple as that.
And if all things are the same, players would rather go to Arsenal at this moment in time, not due to the club, not due to the name, but due to the circumstances on football on the pitch.
Okay, Licho, we didn't make Licho any crazy financial offer. He chose
Yes, you did. You offered him more money.
How much more money? Bro, if we're talking about
one second. It's on the record. It's on the record. We were willing to spend a certain amount. You gave them an extra 20 million euros. It's not my fault.
I'm not talking about Ajax. I'm talking about the player itself.
Bro, we're talking about financial monetary.
Also, it wasn't 20 mil more. Also, it was not 20 mil. It was like 10 mil more. First of all.
No, it wasn't, bro.
Yes,
How much did you...
35,
Bro,
we ended up paying like
I'm not going to go over semantics. My point is you paid more and you tried to deny it. So when monetary value is the same and we're both going after two players, guess what? I'll give you Lisandro Martinez because you the former manager of the club.
Bro, actually, another thing, Cheeto, we just went into your academy and grabbed
One second. Ten Hag signing his former player. You had more pull there because you had the advantage. You had the in.
I got to dip anyway because I got to go shit to do. But anyway.
Why are you so triggered, bro? I'm literally just making
Bro, I'm triggered because
you're so triggered. Like it's just hilarious because you can't fathom the fact. You can't fathom the fact that a club can be in a better situation than your club.
I never said we're in a better situation than you.
No, but that is my point.
But that's not how that's not how pull works. Multiple clubs have been in a better situation. Bro, Spurs are in a better situation than me. You think I can't go to Spurs and pull a player over them?
Bro, that's where it's different. We're not Spurs, bro.
To me, you are. That's what you are to me.
We're not Spurs. Don't compare us.
Bro, growing up in my life, that's what you are to me. I have never seen you win a Premier League in my whole life.
Guess what? You are disillusioned, my friend. You believe something else in your mind, and no one's going to change your mind. So I'm just going to break it down to you simply. If there was a player that both of us were going for that has no direct connection to any of our clubs, guess what? If the monetary value is the same, they're coming to Arsenal because we're currently in a better situation than you.
Bro,
if the player
situation is not how it always works in the transfer window. That is not the only factor.
There is other things. There is other things like age, like where they are in the development. But I'm simply saying, if all things are the same, Grigs, it's very much logical that the team that has a better opportunity to win now is where the player will end up. Simple.
Here's Grigs. Just give me 1 second, please. Grigs. First of all, I didn't know that you needed to go because there are Superchats addressing you, so we have to read them at least or something first. So let me just tell you this. Here's the thing. Would you agree that the difference between Man United and Arsenal is similar to the difference between Liverpool and Arsenal in terms of club size? Like, obviously, Liverpool are bigger than Arsenal.
Yes, I think the gap between Arsenal United, Liverpool United compared to Arsenal is very vast. Especially when it comes to
okay, no problem. I agree with you. I think Liverpool are much bigger than Arsenal, 100%. However, the reason why because I started the list, right? When I put Arsenal second. The reason why I put Arsenal second is their current situation. So and by the way, Grigs, there's a lot of stuff that he said that is true, which is it's not just situation, because city, where you are, matters. Money matters. What you can offer them in wages matters. There is so much that matters. So Grigs is 100% right. However, the reason why I put Arsenal above my own football club is not because Arsenal are bigger. By the way, I put City number one, who aren't bigger than any of the football clubs on this panel. Maybe Lewis is the only one that can argue with him, but the other three clear of Manchester City, and I put them number one because of the situation. So I'll tell you this how I break it down. You have to look at current situation, current manager, current players, by the way, because whether we like it or not, there were players who joined Chelsea because they wanted to play with Lampard, Makalele, Essien, John Terry, Ashley Cole, etc. That's a real thing. So who the players are at, you have to look at location, you have to look at money. The reason why Egal's question is fair, Grigs, and I genuinely believe it's a fair question, is the following. He's basically saying, let's say Arsenal and Man United both want to sign Carefree Lewis. You offer him 100 grand a week and Arsenal offers him 100 grand a week. Where do you think he goes? That's a fair question.
I said most of the time I think we win.
Okay, fair enough. If that's your opinion, then okay. Me personally, I'm going based on the current situation, which I think Arsenal are better than both of our clubs, even though we're both bigger than them. You get
how monetary value is the same shit, all that kind of stuff. club size in terms of what a player can achieve at a certain club and what it can mean for their name matters. And what you can achieve at Manchester United, and if you believe in yourself that you can be successful, that will mean much more to someone than what they can achieve at Arsenal. No disrespect.
For the record, I'm joining Chelsea for half the wages.
But there are levels to that, bro. There's levels. It's the same way I said a manager most of the time, right? If a manager looked at Manchester United,
dead in either kit.
If a manager looked at Manchester United and Arsenal, right?
I can't have a logical conversation with somebody who's getting emotional about the point. Grigs, you're getting
you've had
emotional.
so many emotional arguments before. It's not the first time any of us have gotten emotional.
No, but bro, you're not having a tangible
Yeah, and
conversation.
Griggs is Greek. It's normal. I'll be honest with you.
Griggs,
I found out. He told me it's normal.
Bro, let me just forget about Man United for a second. Okay? Forget about Arsenal. Simply put, who right now is in a better situation between West Ham and Aston Villa?
Aston Villa, they're in Champions League.
Aston Villa's in Champions League. Who's in a better situation than Arsenal and Man United?
Well, it's not the same.
Why?
Because we're not the same level. Either of us are the same level as those clubs.
No, that is true. Egal, you've taken it too far there.
No. I'm just trying to show him the situation we currently are in as a club. Where are we?
But what I'm trying to say, transfers is not.
I'm not
really
talking about club size. I'm just talking simply about the situation that you find yourself in. I'm not talking about financial. I'm not talking about club name. I'm not talking about how many trophies you won as a club. I'm just simply talking about where do we find ourselves in, and when you join the team, what is your expectations right now? It's different.
Cool. Okay, but United can also say we have more playing time for you. It's like such a different. There's so many different pools of factors that you can use for a transfer.
Like, but you know something? When I gave you the opportunity, the reason why I know this conversation is going nowhere is because when I gave you the opportunity to explain to me why you think Man United has more pull, you just say because we're Man United, and that to me,
that's all I gotta say.
You know that, and you know what that means to me.
You can't just say we're Liverpool, we're Man United.
You know what that means to me, though. Guys, I'm gonna daddy here. You know what we're Man United means to me? It means we're the second biggest club in the world, and we're gonna pay you more money, and it means more if you join us.
Second biggest club in the world. Whoa.
That's what he said.
Yeah, we are.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's what he thinks. Okay.
I think we're top 3 club in the world. Absolutely, I do.
Oh, top 3 now. So you've gone to third.
That's laughable to
I was
me.
I was giving you the benefit of doubt to say only Real Madrid is bigger than you, but now you're saying 3.
No, I think, for example, I think obviously like a Barcelona. I have to respect what they mean to a lot of kids nowadays when it comes to transfers, stuff like that, and what they've done in the past 15 years. But I've always said that we're bigger than Liverpool.
I think bigger club and current situation poll is different.
No, but okay, but it's not our current situation is we're gonna get relegated.
Barcelona is a huge club, but a lot of other teams can currently get players over them because of their situation.
Not if Barcelona.
That's actually true, by the way.
No. If Barcelona are able to put in a bid for said player, if they're able to put in a bid for said player and offer them wages, right? They offer them a contract to sign. The only club that can beat Barcelona is Real Madrid. That's it. None of us here can beat them to it. Like that. When you mentioned all the parameters are the same money, same wages, all that kind of stuff. If
Barcelona is definitely one of those teams. Barcelona is definitely one of those teams that has that pull. But guess what? Mikel Moreno is also linked to Barcelona. He's willing to come to Arsenal over Barcelona.
They're not putting in any money for him.
Because he told them he wants to join Arsenal.
That's calm. Good for you. Congratulations.
Okay. Anyway, let me just read the super chats.
Anyways, we've gone in circles.
Grigs, can you just stay for the super chat thing? So because there's people addressing you as well, so you can respond to them, shit like that. Let me just do the super chats quickly, please. Thank you, Grigs. I appreciate that. So I'll just do the super chats, and then we'll ask Lewis about keeping Conor Gallagher. Big up to all of you guys. We have 1,600 people watching us. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing to This Is Football if you're ready to do so. Every single one of you guys right now, please hit the like button, subscribe. Go subscribe to Grigs Talks, Egal Talks Football, Carefree Lewis G. All the channels are in the description. Go subscribe right here, right now. Big up to Brazy who says, yo, Husam lad, hold that. Yep, Brazy, it's going to be a long 24 hours, brother. I have Hamza to deal with tomorrow. Who has more pull, Tottenham or Liverpool? Husam, you may be able to get Grandpa Busquets from Inter Miami area before the window shuts. Hey, Grandpa Busquets is probably better than Endo right now, to be fair. So that's not a bad shout. Salam alaikum, y'all. Don't let them cook you. Ask the question. Where's Arsenal's striker? Where's Chelsea's experience? City's midfield. Man United not enough also is what Matthew says. This is a Galatasaray fan, by the way. Big up to you, Matthew. Thank you for the super chat.
That's
but
all great,
listen,
but you shouldn't deflect.
yes, and I'm getting cooked because of what I said on Wednesday, so I understand. Best part is Trent, Virgil, Salah leaving 2025. I expect Trent to sign a new contract, so watch out for that, Habibi. Big up to Papa Beard, says, this is what happens with rookies on transfer sagas. They see signing once in 4 years, like February 29th. Be nice, Luis Habibi. Hold that, you bum. You unjing, Papa Beard. But yes, I do have to hold that, unfortunately. And you're right. And you know, one of the things the guys have kind of like not fully went in is because I've actually accepted all the shit they said because it's fucking true, unfortunately. So yeah. Shaving that head was less embarrassing for Husam, I can confirm. Shaving the head was nowhere near less embarrassing. That's by far the most embarrassing because I had to become bald. We got embarrassed, but I wouldn't take any new signings from Man United, Chelsea, and Spurs. Maybe Neto, but that's it. We can still challenge. Yeah, I agree with you, Mats. We will challenge, but we'll be the first team to fall off. We'll fall off in March. Big up to you,
Big
Mats.
up, bro. But you contradicted yourself in that same super chat. But thank you.
Actually, tell a lie. I would take Mazraoui. I'll be honest with you. Big up the panel. Prayers for Husam. He experienced Jude, Lavia, Caicedo at Zubimendi in one lifetime. One lifetime. In a period of 365 days, Habibi. One lifetime. In the same year. 1 year. 1 year, brother. Liverpool reps walked alone back to England. They did. But I hope they didn't walk all that distance. That's a long distance. Hopefully they took a flight. Why are we hiding Husam? We have more titles than all three of these teams. So what a player stayed at his boyhood club that tried to destroy his rep. Yeah, we do have more trophies than all three. Not more titles, but more trophies, Ed. Michael Edwards waiting for his transfer window update to finish to go over data results. Turns out the transfer window is almost over. Hey, you know what? One thing I said, trust the nerds. I guess the thing to take away from this transfer window is never trust a nerd. That's the one lesson we have all learned together. Egal, we just spent 100 million on 2 players. Come on, you Spurs. Who's the other player? Solanke and who?
Oh,
Who the
Archie
fuck did Spurs find? Oh, yeah, Archie Gray.
Andre Gray, yeah.
To be honest with you, I'll be honest with you here, Mr. Khan. I don't even hate Spurs, but Archie Gray ain't pull. Let's be real. Any of the 4 clubs on the panel could have gotten him as well.
First come,
actually, to be fair, I couldn't because he's a Leeds legacy.
Oh yeah, because the rivalry. You mean?
No, bro. Yo, his whole family played for Leeds. It's good, bro.
Okay.
Fair enough. Last time Arsenal won
we
the
wouldn't
league,
have a chance either. Then fuck that.
San Andreas came out. San Andreas was a very good game. Let me just say that.
This is what they do when they're deflecting Husam. It's great deflection.
But San Andreas was a good game. Now we know why Klopp was so exhausted. Yep.
Yeah, he's
That's
not
exactly
to blame
why.
anymore.
I'm tired, lad. Fuck. Husam is too agreeable. Need him to be like Hamza. My brother, when Grigs is saying everyone has the scouting system, or Egal is talking about pull, or Lewis is saying we have no executional skills, what do you think I'm going to disagree with that? It's all fucking right. We better execute better for the next 17 days. Bad City plus 1 Premier League plus no ambition equal low pull. Yeah, but your argument can't be 1 Premier League because I think Arsenal are more attractive than us, and the last Premier League they won was 20 years ago. So listen, one conclusion I'll come to, I think all of us disagree on what pull is, dependent on what parameter you include. Grigs, that no one wants to live in Liverpool is just pure waffle. KDB and Virgil van Dijk are neighbors, lol. They're very close together. That is true because no one actually lives in Liverpool specifically. I think they live in like some area between Manchester.
What I'm trying to say is like, I was trying to say like the area itself, like when compared to London, it's not the same. Like,
yeah, of course. But that applies to Man United as well because London.
Yeah, I agree. Bro, I agree.
Yeah. Don't start the classes location stuff. If mattered that much, nobody would play for Dortmund or PSG. Have a quick Google about that. Don't do that, is what Jack House says. Fair enough, but I think we just explained the point. Like maybe the allure of London is true, to be fair, Jack, but it's not a Manchester-Liverpool thing because the players are neighbors anyway, last I checked. Wait, did I miss the cooking? Don't let Husam sweet talk you guys. Where's Hammerhead and Troops? Husam, if I weren't at work, I would fry you. Big up. Cryptic Dino, you could
He's
not
calling
fry
Hamza Hammerhead. That's
respectfully.
rude.
Second of all, Hamza will be here tomorrow, 10 p.m. UK time on Al inshallah. So big up to you. Big up the Devil in Red who says, I love the saltiness and hate on United. People are scared. Yes, 100%.
Scared of
Ligt is
what?
scaring me. I cannot sleep at night.
No. Respectfully, scared of what? What?
Yeah, there is nothing to be scared of right now. We have to wait. Before the first international break, we'll see if they're on something or not. Arsenal talking about pull, winning nothing is what the Madrid fan is saying. Fair enough. Madrid. Conor Gallagher, a Spanish holiday. I feel clubs are dictating the transfers this season, not the players. Ooh. This is remember, we still have a Gallagher section to come. My guy.
His holiday's over, though. He's been wheeled back.
Neymar is in Saudi. That does not mean pull, is what Nabil says. Grigs cannot deep. His club is a dusty sugar daddy, is what Barter is saying. Fair enough. Same
like
offer
that,
and
right?
wages. United pull over Arsenal. Chat, let us know, who do you think the player selects, United or Arsenal? That's the question. Given same finances, I actually think Arsenal, but we agree to disagree. No top players going to United. That's where players go to retire or run their careers these days. Whoever thinks otherwise is stupid, is what Dino says. I thought you want to fly.
We just signed Lenny Yor and Joshua Zirkzee, who are both under 23 players. So yeah, bro, all the time at home. Cool, safe.
United fans talking like Fergie didn't give brown envelopes to the refs. So
like I said, get your clout up, bro. It's not my problem.
Fair enough. Man went on the brown envelope. Let's have it right. If money is the same, they're all going to City. But I acknowledge that.
I disagree. By the way, I think because the City are so elite and like the amount of playing time is not the same, that would factor into like someone maybe, for example, Declan Rice choosing an Arsenal over City because of that. Like he knew at City, at Arsenal is guaranteed to start every single game. At City, you're not guaranteed that.
Imagine
I don't think it's only game time.
Obviously, it's different. So multitude.
Yeah. Let's not go down the truth again, guys. Imagine you do for a living and you're getting cooked by a kid. I could cook you on this argument anytime and any day. Arsenal have not won anything recently, is what Nabil says. Also, Grigs is not a kid. Why you guys think Grigs is like a kid? That's a low-key a compliment because it means you look young, but Grigs, you're what, mid-20s? Yeah. Aren't you like 20?
What is he talking about?
I'm 24.
Yeah, you ain't a kid. I think
you see how triggered he is? Nabil's a United fan, right?
Yeah, he is.
Well, the guy's confused, bro. Allow him.
Devil and Red says United don't buy big players, we make them. Also, United has a bigger history.
Excuse me?
United is everything better than Arsenal except the gameplay now.
No, our history is made up of making the players into stupid.
Wait, what? History. He thinks he has better players.
No, he said we don't.
Except game.
No, he said except play.
That statement is a complete lie. United definitely buy big players.
No, I think what he's trying to say. What he's trying to say.
No, when you say gameplay, you just mean the style of play, no?
Griggs, even you don't agree with that. You've signed superstars before all the time.
No, I know, but at our best, we never.
Even back in the day.
No, but at our best, we were known for making the superstars. Rooney, Ronaldo, all these guys. We made them into the world-class players they were. The academy kids as well.
Yeah, but over the Fergie era,
since Fergie, you guys have just been signing players.
Yeah,
big up to Cal's corner says, bro's gonna start crying. Your glory days are over, bro. I think that's referring to Griggs.
I'll still win a Champions League before you, by the way. Let's calm.
Yeah, and Griggs is not crying.
Griggs
explained this to me before. He's just Greek.
Based on what?
I'm Arab.
Don't worry about it. It'll just happen.
Our blood's boiling.
No. You just say things with no basis. He said he's gonna win a Champions League before Arsenal because he's won one before.
It's a possibility, to be fair. You never know.
It is a possibility.
It is a possibility. It's a possibility I can win a Prem before you.
Unlikely,
but it can still happen. So why can't I say it?
Arsenal is a girl with no cups, is what City Sharks says. Fair enough.
You can't let that happen, by the way.
Football club with no soul. What about Haaland, is what Jello says. Yeah, I swear Ollie spoke about that as well. But Man City, the problem is all four of us agree City is probably the top dogs.
No, by the way, the City didn't get Haaland over us. Dortmund got Haaland over us because United, by the way, fun fact, decided to not make a bid. They had a deadline and decided to bid an hour later after the deadline. Otherwise, Haaland would have been a United player.
No, it had to do because you guys didn't want a release clause in his contract.
No. That's when he was moving from Salzburg. From Mold, when he was at Mold under Ole. Ole gave Haaland to United. The guy said, you have until this day hour to bid. If you don't, we're sending him to Salzburg. United decided to call an hour later after what's it called? Expired.
So you're in confidence.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lewis, one that should be, bro. Husam 22.
No DM.
Oh, what?
That's fine, City Sharks. I'm waiting until September, November, because even if we're 20th this season and Man City get charged, wallahi, I'm dunking on all of you. Egal, so your club have more pull than United and Chelsea because you challenged for the title 2 years in a row without winning. Lol, no Champions League is what Wiki said.
Bro, Husam, are people are people intentionally trying to just misunderstand my point? Do you guys not
Chelsea
get what
fan,
I'm
by the
saying?
way.
I'm not
That was
saying
Chelsea.
I'm not saying you guys.
Yeah.
I'm just saying simply we are currently in a better situation. If all things are the same, they would rather go to Arsenal at this moment in time because of the situation that we're in. Why would a player rather
Egal,
go to?
here's the thing. I
Chelsea?
completely get what you're saying. This is my argument back to you. The only thing about this pull argument, and you heard me have them last summer 100 times, the issue is we all define pull differently. If pull includes money, if pull includes executional skills, I'm fucked in the pull argument. If pull is simply attraction, you getting pulled by a club, attracted by a club, then the conversation is different. That's
Bro,
why for me,
we weren't even having an argument about pull. We were having an argument about attractiveness. He said his club is more attractive than Arsenal right now.
I go City, Arsenal in terms of attractiveness for a player, in my opinion. City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, Spurs.
Bro, if a player hears Arsenal and United are both interested in him, which club do you think he's going to hear out first?
He's going to hear
for
out
me,
both.
personally,
I
I
think we could take a player from United.
If a player said his agent told them, you have an offer from both Arsenal and Manchester United, which club do you think he's going to hear out first?
It depends what his ambitions is. If his ambition is money, it's going to be Man United. If his ambition is to win now, it's Arsenal.
No, when I'm talking about that, in terms of he hears the word Man United and he'll be attracted by that just a little bit quicker than if he hears Arsenal. That's what I'm talking about.
I think you're confused.
Pulls a fact.
A large portion of the youngsters that are born today were there when Arsenal was relevant.
Okay, now listen. This is going down the dark alleyway, dark path.
Okay, when you were relevant. What about when we were relevant?
Here we go.
Same thing.
Here we go,
You're
guys.
You're making it seem like
let's
a
not
lot.
do this, guys, because now we're going to talk about trophies.
Yeah, but I got to dip. I'm running late.
We're almost done. You have to go now. If you have to go,
just read the ones that are addressed to him.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just quickly read the ones that are addressed him. Big up to Lemmy, who says, "Here's $2 to wipe Grigs' tears." Surafel is saying Grigs is forgetting timber. That's what he's saying. Let me check anyone that's addressing Grigs quickly.
We didn't bid for timber, by the way, but anyway.
Okay, those are the two addressing Grigs right there. Okay, those are the two addressing Obi Martin, Egal, shut up. Who's Obi Martin?
The academy kid that left Arsenal to go to them. By the way, they doubled his wages that we offered him.
Oh,
they gave him 30K. They're giving him 30K a week as a 16-year-old.
Arteta's project
it's not the fact that he's also going to learn under Ruud van Nistelrooy, by the way, who's one of the best strikers ever. But
30K a week for a 16-year-old is mad.
Dino's saying you're about to cry.
Don't worry about the pocket watch, bro. Don't worry what.
Once again, proving my point. Monetary.
So, bro, you're acting like players shouldn't be taking shouldn't be taking the extra money from clubs.
You're acting like that's not the reason why people go to Man United. That's crazy.
Like I said, get your bread up. That's not my problem. There's a reason why we have more money than you, because we're more relevant than you, because we make more revenue than you, because we sell more shirts than you. That's why our money's better, because guess what? We are bigger than Arsenal. That is the reason why we have such monetary value, and we're able to offer all these guys this amount of money. That plays a factor.
And it's funny it doesn't lead to instant success on the pitch. Huh?
Well, the same could be said for you, because what is your instant success? Absolute jack shit.
We'll see.
LB plus spots, but City plus United at the top of the Premier League list is what Eras come to an end says. Egal, you said having no UCL doesn't matter when Arsenal finish 8th on the football terrace. You want me to pull that video? If I do, you leave socials down.
What is he talking about?
I'm talking about the video in which you said having no Champions League.
When we finished 8th, I wouldn't be sitting here telling you we're a more attractive club than anybody above us.
Husam, were the last addressing or no?
Just give me a little.
Like, these guys just want to try to win side arguments that don't exist.
I don't think that.
What's the relevance?
Yeah, nothing else.
All right, I can also address this. Husam knows this, but I'm not going to be here for the next 3 weeks because I'm working double jobs. Husam knows this. I told him on the side, so I'll see you guys in a month.
In September.
Yeah.
Bless up, man.
Yeah. So
Bless up, Grigs, man.
I'll see you guys in a month. Appreciate y'all.
Wait.
Greg
Quick
Fox is
question.
in the description.
What's your top 4 prediction before the season starts?
Yes, of the
City first, Arsenal second, Liverpool third, United fourth.
Fair enough.
See you guys later. Peace.
fair enough. See you later. Greg Stocks
No,
in the
I'll see you.
description, you guys. Make sure you guys go subscribe. Big up to you, Greg. There
There you guys go. I don't want to hear him switch up and say I hate City more than Arsenal later on. You just proved it.
The Ligt is in hibernation since 2019, as were Man United fans since 2013. Stop waffling about United. Big up Husam. First super chat. Much love from India. You'll never walk alone. I love you. Love you, Sarah. Thank you so much, my brother, for the super chat. Big up to all the Indian massives as well who watch us. I appreciate you. Husam got away with this live stream. Instead of poking him in this night, bros made an argument among themselves, and Husam just laughed in the background. Crazy. This is football
We
wars.
spent 45 minutes talking about
You
it.
know how football wars started?
Yeah, the first 20 minutes he didn't get away with nothing.
No, but I'll tell you how football wars started. Liverpool lost to West Ham 3-2. I made Chelsea and Arsenal fans argue together on a space.
You know what? Yeah, that's a easy
Was
job.
Chelsea and Arsenal. Not a single one of them addressed me. That's bro. I'm the king of this deflection tactic. As soon as I heard Grigs say United,
Was that last? No, that would have been 22-23, right?
No, quadruple charge season 21-22.
Yo, remember the Molina spaces? Those were crazy.
Yeah, bro. Listen, I'm the king of deflections. City get relegated is pull bigger than West Ham is what Adil said. If City get relegated, they ain't got no pull whatsoever. It's finito. I love how quiet Lewis is because he knows we got pull, is what Kyriakos says.
He knows you got money.
Me and Lewis were both quiet because they were both arguing. We let them argue.
I back my club against most teams in general.
Lewis, do you count money towards pull?
Yes.
You know what?
It's a factor.
You know what
This is what it is.
No, I think Chelsea's thing is even stronger. Chelsea execute. That's the thing.
If probably get their word in first. Because I say all of this, if Arsenal come in for Osimhen, I'd be a bit like, oh shit. But they just haven't. Not willing to pay the money.
Big up to Das who says Hamza mentioned you didn't let him on. Husam, that is true. I did not let Hamza on because Hamza's on Al Ahwa tomorrow. Hamza is not gonna quit.
In the chat, right? Husam blocked it.
Quit,
he took him out the chat in 2 seconds. 2 seconds after I added him saying pull up.
Okay, Lewis, be honest. Be honest. If Hamza leaves A-listers and becomes a part of Ahwa, factually he has to cook me on Ahwa, right? Not A-listers. Let's be real.
Yeah, but I thought we'd make a special appearance.
No. Ain't no special nothing. He quit. We gave him a goodbye episode. Khalas, piss off now. Let me live.
I swear if I ever see him come back on some Chelsea cook sesh, I'll remember this.
Okay, no problem. If he ever does that, I'm giving you the full license to leave the stream.
Cool.
And not even go for the cooking. Imagine. That's
does that apply to me if he ever comes on an Arsenal thing?
Yes. Because unless I like you both come on Ahwa or something like that, khalas. Because I'm gonna get cooked by Hamza anyway tomorrow. Let me breathe, man.
Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be long, bro.
Yes. Tomorrow is gonna be a 38-minute fucking monologue, so I don't deserve it 2 days in a row, okay? As much as we disagree, Lewis, all I ask for needle moving. Big up Neto soon. V9 is what.
Big up, bro. I get at the end of it, we just all want to succeed. So
did Lewis and Deluder just agree on something?
Yeah, man, I'm with him. Osimhen soon come, God willing. God willing.
That is fucking mad.
And then the top 4 charge.
Hashtag Gallagher Rohe Blanco is what Abdi has.
You know that's like the #1 trending in Spain right now. They're all pushing for Gallagher to join.
Fair, but to be fair, Lewis, in the Simeone system, low-key, he's a good player. Like, just run around.
Bro, I don't hate him. I hope he goes and does well there. Just leave. Go. Yeah. And past that, like, genuinely, do what you want.
Just to double check, it's not like a
Havertz
thing, right?
Hell no. Hell no. Like, I've always said, I don't hate him. I just don't rate him. But people think I hate him because of that. And now he's proper Chelsea and all of that. He's just a bit mid.
He gets the club.
Yeah.
Egal, are you here? Because there's someone addressing you.
Yes.
Or wait till he's back.
Yes.
Egal is using a lot of the players want to win now argument. When will you finally start winning, Egal? There you are.
No, I was talking about players would rather go to a better situation. Simple. And by the way, you guys know my stance on this season. If you want to check out my prediction videos, you can go check it out. But you already know where I stand. We're winning it.
Egal talks football in the description. Husam,
You
Old
lot
Trafford
better.
slip and slide now. Perfect segue to the Chelsea segment that's right here, because we only have one more thing to talk about before we all just get out of here. Big up. Where is the slip and slide thing? I can't even find it. Please don't tell me it's been deleted.
Oh, didn't they fix the stadium?
There
Didn't
you
they
are.
fix the stadium now?
There you are. No, it's
I
not been
hope
fixed.
so.
That
Yeah, they
crap
fixed
still
it.
exists.
They said that's not going to happen anymore.
Slip and slide state. I can't lie to you. This is embarrassing for like a big club. I'll be honest with you.
Did
All
you
right,
know
ya
they
habibi.
never did the interior design?
Yo, what
In
the
like-
hell is Sky?
What?
Oh, the currency. Looking at the currency.
Oh, Turkish lira. You're watching us from Turkey?
Big
Yeah,
up.
Big up, bro. Big up, big up, big up, big up. Fair enough. Das, listen, I'm going to get cooked by Hamza tomorrow. Let me breathe today. Anyway, final section of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Big up to all of you guys. Mods, please keep pushing the likes. Guys, we have 1,400 people watching. We're almost at 700 likes. Let's get the likes up.
Chelsea.
Everyone right now, please slap the like button, subscribe. Big up. Super chat are always supporting the channel. I appreciate and love you all. Carefree Lewis G in the description. Egal Talks Football in the description. Grigs as well in the description. Go subscribe to these guys. Subscribe to my channel. Like this video now. Let's get to 700 likes ASAP. Lewis, my brother. Gallagher. Coming back to Chelsea, coming back to London, blah, 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 blah. What do you just think of the whole Atletico / Chelsea situation? Because it's not just Gallagher. It's Gallagher and Accordion, and who's the other guy as well?
That's an accordion. Yeah, bro, what a fucking mess, man. I swear on my life. Like, we had a 3-hour debate about this on my channel, and the more I think about it, this is just a giant headache that we probably could just be better without and just walking away from the whole thing. I don't even care. Like, because if Gallagher comes back, you're back in the same position that we were at 2 weeks ago. Resign or leave. That's it. Like, other than that, you're looking at bringing in a striker who we don't need. I said, like, Rodion made no sense, but if you want to sign him, I hope you do well. João Felix, like, better player. If you're going to ask me Felix or Rodion, every day ending in a Y, get me João Felix. But I'm having the same questions about where he fits in the team. It's good competition. Like, I like him. He's a good player. I wouldn't even necessarily mind. It's just squad planning don't make a lot of sense. I don't think it'll be an issue on the wage structure, but would he want to be sitting on the bench most weeks? I don't know. But, like, if you're going to ask me what the plan is literally this. Sell Gallagher. That is the plan. Like, the whole Rodion stuff is bollocks. João Felix, we're not going to pretend there's a plan with that. It's just opportunistic at most. But what it is Gallagher's not re-signing. He has all the leverage once the window closes. He could go on a free, or you have to give him his wishes and give him the 7-year and keep trying to sell him every year other than that, unless he shows a massive growth spurt in the next year. So the plan is just sell Gallagher. Atletico are there. They're willing to take him, but we have to take a player from them. So the first one was going to be on Rodion. Because let's be real, why are you going to get Spain's next number 9 when you already got Spain's next number 9 from Barcelona? It don't make any sense. So you just brought him because, again, could develop well, or you're going to flip him, one or the other. That didn't work because he failed the medical and some shit about the image rights. So now we're diverting back to João Felix because there's an opportunity there and he wants to move. And he could do well here. He could. He's a good player. But again, not really necessary at all. It's just a much better alternative than on Rodion because God knows where that guy's level's at. So it's a giant mess. I don't mind if João Felix joins, but like you can figure out the squad planning yourself. And I got no sympathy with whatever happens in that regard. You could walk away and just go right back to where we were 2 weeks as Conor Gallagher. And I've got to a point where I don't understand it. Like, what's the point? Well, you're getting rid of one problem for another problem. We're going to talk about being like, you want the pure profit and everything, but the money's just going to go straight back into João Felix, and you're going to have to pay more for him too. So, get Felix if you want.
Why has this happened, do you think?
Because we need to sell Gallagher. He's got a year left on his contract. He's rejected about 2 free contract offers. He rejected the Aston Villa move. We rejected the West Ham move. He rejected Everton. No one else is there for him, and we need to sell him this window. So the only available opportunity right now is Atletico Madrid. And that's why we're pushing through with this one. Don't mind getting João Felix, but just whatever. You get rid of one problem, you brought in a squad building problem. I'm not going to call him a problem as a player because he's actually good. Even if you just throw him to the Conference League, I mean, cool. Do up Eden Hazard numbers over there or something.
So what? But why did the Amrodian thing happen? Is what I'm asking. Like, what's the reason your journalists have been saying or briefing, or like what happened for them to just say no, change their mind, shit like this?
Apparently, it was the medical. Well, there was some ankle injury or something, which I'm guessing they viewed as long term. So then they allegedly changed the contract terms and wanted 50% of his image rights. He took that as disrespectful, and the move's just dead. Gallagher's contract's been signed, but the documents between both clubs haven't been signed, so that's why that's still in limbo. And that's why he's gone to Madrid, done everything, but it's not gone through. So he's just been in a hotel all week, and we've just pulled him back because he needs to at least come back and train, have a little bit of fitness or something.
Do you see a world in which Gallagher just doesn't join Atletico and no one joins you from Atletico?
Potentially, but like this will be done in the next 2 days from what sources are saying. I kind of think it's going to end up with João Felix joining. Atletico fans are now doing the Gallagher Roji Blanco thing. They're really trying to push for the move themselves. So I think if you ask me what's going to happen, I think we're going to end up getting João Felix and then figure it out from there. But there could be a situation where Gallagher comes back and you're just back where you were before. You're going to offer him the same contract, or you're going to throw him to the under-21s and try and sell him again. Or just try and do both at the same time.
Fair enough. Egal, what do you think?
They're selling Conor Gallagher to balance the books. Is that right?
Not really balance the books. It's just more pure profit. And we've been trying to sell him for the last year or two.
So you're just trying to make sure you don't lose him on a free.
Basically, yeah.
Okay. As for the Almiradian situation, I just have to say Chelsea are the most entertaining club off the pitch. When it comes to on the pitch, you might not be the most entertaining, but definitely off the pitch, transfer-wise, transfer business, you guys dominate the transfer window, and you definitely make everybody a lot of money in the transfer window because of how many stories come out from your club. If it wasn't for Chelsea, the transfer window would be shit. So we got to give Chelsea one piece of clout. Chelsea make the transfer window entertaining for everybody. I genuinely love the transfer window because of Chelsea.
I need that.
They are so hilarious. The Almiradian
Lewis was
situation.
replying to Fabrizio Romano yesterday. That's the funny
Bro,
part.
Fabrizio Romano was so rattled that Chelsea fans were saying 3 here you goes failed in one window. This is ridiculous. And he's like, you have to understand things change. I can't sign the contract myself. Wallah, it was hilarious. But the most entertaining part of this whole situation is Chelsea fans were online ranting and raving about Almiradian not signing. Then you had the positive Chelsea fans saying it's a good signing. He's the next best thing. We're gonna flip him. It's not gonna be a bad investment. Next thing you know, the moment the deal collapses, all their true colors come out saying, "Yeah, we never wanted him anyway. We never wanted him anyways. Who is this guy? Thank God, João Felix is 10 times better." And now they're telling them João Felix for how much? 40, 50 million? They're looking at it sideways.
It's about 50, 60 million.
Bro, let's be honest. João Felix is nowhere near that level. And also, he is not that good. You already don't need another piece to for no reason. Atletico Madrid
I think he's a good player, but I agree.
Atletico Madrid are basically strong-harming you into doing a deal so they can do a deal to get a player that you want to get off your books. But this whole situation doesn't make sense. So basically, it's a swap deal for a little bit of cash that you guys are gonna make. Now, if it's Conor Gallagher for João Felix, you're actually paying them more than they're paying you. Yep. I know how it works is pure profit, and you might get 3 times based on profit and sustainability. But is João Felix worth it? I don't think Conor Gallagher is a bad player. Like, if you guys keep him for a year and you're not able to get him a contract, you're going to lose out. So I hear that. But surely Atletico Madrid have somebody else you might take than João Felix. I don't think João Felix is all that. Personally, I think he'll be a squad.
I think the idea with Felix too as well is like if he doesn't do well, you might still be able to sell him too. But then I also think like,
But you're
paying,
signing
like,
him on a permanent
that's
deal.
why they're trying to do like a 60 million, but they're trying to have part of that as add-ons. The
I
first
think
one was, I think, 30 and 35 we offered, and that got rejected.
You are making another permanent mistake to solve a temporary problem. That's how I view it. Making
Potentially.
a signing of Joao Felix to get Conor Gallagher off the books. You're then going to try to sell Joao Felix to get him to get somebody else in later on.
No, he'd be a part of the squad.
You're
But
just
like,
pushing your problem down the can with a player you think could be a solution. You watched Joao Felix at Chelsea last time when he was with a pile of shit around. He looked okay, but he's nowhere.
I thought he looked good. I thought he looked really good.
If you have Pedro Neto, Cole Palmer, Nkunku, and you bring in Osimhen, you don't really need Joao Felix besides squad depth. And if he's squad depth,
find Dewsbury Hall as well, like.
And if he's squad depth, that's good. But really and truly, are you guys gonna pay 50-40 million on squad depth?
Joao Felix to Chelsea is just so pointless.
My thing.
They have so many
He's
Felixes
a good player, but I don't understand.
You need. What do you guys need right now?
You need a striker.
So obvious, yeah.
So why would you spend? I don't know, man. I just think
it's a separate deal to that. It doesn't impact Osimhen.
For once, Lewis, you agree with me and Husam. You're looking at the ownership and you're saying to them, "What the hell on earth are you guys doing?" And as Chelsea fans, you cannot say the Almirondian deal falling apart is a good thing. Joao Felix is a good thing.
Neither of them were good ideas. It's just we have to sell Gallagher, and that looks like the only available option right now. So we're willing to take on Felix because it's something you can try and fix a little bit later, or he's actually just a really good player.
Just
and
take the L on Gallagher, bring him back. If
he won't resign,
if he doesn't resign, so be it. If he doesn't resign, let him rot in the thing, as you guys did.
I understand that, but from their perspective, they're going to try and at least get something for him while they can. Which I mean is your thing, but like you have to figure out what we're doing with Joao Felix.
Regardless, the way you guys handled the Gallagher situation and the way you guys are handling the Trevor Chalobah situation, it is a bad look on academy players coming up.
I don't think so.
I think it is.
Colwell and James are starting every game.
Colwell and James might be starting, but you got two academy players getting forced out the club and basically being banished to the academy.
Bro, it's what happens when you're not part of the first team plans.
It can be something that people look at and be like,
"Yo, happens all the time." You're not part of the first team plan. You're not part of the first team plan.
I don't know the last time that happened at my club. I know it happened at Man United with Sancho, but it's not something that happens all the time. Let's not
Did you guys have Ozil isolated?
Bro, Ozil freaking lost the Premier League 300 million. What do you expect?
Still isolated from the first team, though.
The problem now for Chelsea is Felix is actually a thing that they have a lot of as well.
Wait, you guys had Aubameyang isolated?
Aubameyang, bro.
You weren't part of your first team plans.
What I heard behind the scenes, Arteta and him physically got into an altercation.
And you weren't part of your team plans as a result.
ITK, Egal.
Yeah.
That's just a situation with Chalobah and Gallagher. They're not part of our first team plans. Chalobah, I understand he's waiting for a UCL club. Fair enough. Gallagher's wasted numerous opportunities and we've offered him contracts. We just had enough of the whole situation.
I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think Chelsea have an idea of who they're going to sign, what they're going to do. It just seems like week to week, everything is just opportunities and vibes.
There's some opportunities, because I think you're thinking that based off the Neto situation, but it was reported we've been looking at them for 2 months.
Fair enough. Maybe I'm selling you guys short, but it does seem like sometimes you don't know what's next with Chelsea. For God's sakes, Victor Osimhen could be done tomorrow, and I'll give you guys props on that because you guys were looking at that for a long time. And I do think
that's why Lewis can't tell us if he's free for Alisters or not. He's like, wait, maybe there is news.
Yeah,
you guys are going to sign Victor Osimhen, but who else? Surely you don't need any more attackers.
It'll probably just be Felix Osimhen, and I'd assume that'd be our window done.
You need to start selling players because it's getting to a
Other than
point
like
where
your weekly Brazilian and all of that crap.
I'm not talking about young academy players. It's
What are
getting
you
to a
going to
point
sell,
where
by the way, other than
you're
Gallagher?
gonna need to start
Who's
selling.
for sale? Yeah, who's for sale?
I mean, there's rumors about Noni, but I don't believe that Newcastle stuff's going to be anything serious. Sterling, Juventus were looking at him, but good luck. That brother ain't moving. Like, he ain't
you
going
use
anywhere.
DiMarzio as a source, you fraud, and you yourself, you're so fraudulent.
No,
You're
it wasn't
so
just him. Matt Law as well. He said it too. He said they inquired, but that was about it.
Never use
so,
DiMarzio. Lewis, you're much better than
Bro,
this.
I know that.
Your club,
He now came out and said Chelsea are back in for Osimhen like we ever left.
your club is gonna have to do a fire sale at the end of the window, close to the end of the window. Just everybody's got to go. That's what it's gonna be. It's the only
I
thing
think
that
there'll be
makes
more forwards, if anything.
because how many youngsters have to go on loan? Like you have a 55-man squad, if I'm not mistaken, or something crazy like that.
A lot of loans in England then, because you won't be able to do them internationally.
Are you guys aware that by this time next week, inshallah, if we're inshallah all three of us are happy, safe, and healthy, we will be here on Alisters actually talking about fucking football, like actual Premier League games, instead of us talking about transfers. I'll be honest, I actually cannot wait. I cannot wait for that first game week. It's gonna be incredible. Mwah, mwah. It's gonna be unbelievable.
You're only saying that
I
because you're playing
generally
Ipswich.
And actually, I think it's better for us in the long term. It's probably better for us to lose against Ipswich, but I'm not even gonna go there. Anyway, guys, big up to you guys.
What?
Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing.
Yeah, proper
What happened,
Liverpool.
Did I lag out?
What do you
Lagging out.
mean
That's
lose to
nice.
Ipswich?
You're
would you
lagging
wanna
out.
lose?
Yes.
There we go. You're
Yes.
back.
Now I'm back. I think I'm not lagging out. Yes. If we lose to Ipswich, that means that we are gonna sign players. It's gonna be warning signs for the board. Let's go.
Hey, if Gallagher comes back,
Anyway,
I mean, do you a favor.
to be fair, he could play against City. You do need a dog in that game. Run
But
around.
not with that sharpness.
Unlikely.
He ain't been training for like a week.
Yeah, just give him a treadmill for the next 3
Actually,
days.
no,
and
yeah,
he'll be good to
Gallagher.
go.
What am I talking about? He could still
By
do
the way,
another
do you think you can get a single point versus City?
Yeah,
There you are.
I'm gonna believe in my team. Fuck it. Up the Chelsea.
No, I get you're gonna believe, but do you actually think you're gonna have to fire shot for shot because there's no your defense is terrible.
Crazier things have happened, bro. This is the Premier League, man, and anything can happen.
Fair enough.
Anything can happen.
I gotta worry.
I
About
think
Wolves.
Liverpool draw 1-1 with Ipswich. I think Fulham draw with Man United. I think Arsenal slap Wolves by 4 goals. And I think Chelsea lose from City by 4 goals. That's my
What
honest
about Tottenham
prediction.
versus
4-0.
Leicester?
I think the only team in the top 6 that will win this opening game week is actually Arsenal. I think everyone else is either going to lose or draw.
I think Leicester, Tottenham can beat Leicester.
Yeah,
Leicester in
yeah, I
their
could
own
see that.
backyard.
Husam, you're
I
selling
heard
yourself
they
short.
had a bad preseason.
You're selling
too.
yourself short. You're gonna beat Ipswich.
We will see. We will see, my brother. We will see. I hope you're right.
And Man United is gonna win the first game of the season versus Fulham.
Oh yeah, I'm sure the Lewis hate alongs will be back. Oh, it's gonna be
Of
incredible.
course. Of course.
What are you hating along this week, Lewis?
Well, United. I think United a Friday night kickoff. And
Yeah.
then we'll have a super Saturday hate along. Just whoever's playing, they can hold that.
I'm playing, you bastard. Why are you hating me?
Hey, shit, yeah. You lot can go under the fire. Arsenal as well. Brilliant.
If you want to call me during Ipswich, I'll pick up.
You think
But under the condition, no, one second, Egal. Under the condition now, you make an agreement on A-listers publicly. You switch on your Snapchat notifications before the Chelsea game, and I'll switch on my Snapchat notifications before Ipswich. Do you agree?
Brother, I can't agree to that because I'll be vlogging all game. So
There you are.
sorry,
I
bro.
thought you were watch along.
No, I'm going to the City game.
One question
Wolves, I'll be doing a watch along.
before we go.
And the Conference League games.
Will
Fuck that.
Cole Palmer have a better season than last year?
He'll have as good of a season as last year.
So the same number of GA?
I think his numbers will be less.
I think his numbers will be less.
Maybe. I mean, it was a big amount last season.
With a better team, I expect him to have more people around him taking some of the load.
Because Poch, hate him or love him, he did give Palmer the keys. He was like, do whatever the fuck you want. I don't think Maresca would do that.
Yeah. There was some goods to Poch. I'll give you that.
I don't know why people are getting mad. I'm just simply pointing out you have a better
What do you
team.
mean? He got the players on side. The home form improved. Everything else was just shit. Oh yeah, and we scored a lot. So
I'm not saying he's going to be bad. I'm just saying
forwards.
Yeah, he's a one-man player. Like before that was Kane.
Egal, this is not even. You know what it is, Egal. Maybe even Lewis might agree with me. I don't even think this is a Palmer versus Palmer thing. I think this is just system. Like because Maresca is like playing possession and shit. Palmer is gonna have the ball on the right wing for a different reason than what he did against Poch, which is like.
And if they sign Victor Osimhen, he might get penalties, some penalties sometimes too.
That is true.
I'm not saying all of them. I'm just saying Cole Palmer was given all the freedom, free kicks.
No, Osimhen is definitely taking penalties. He's the striker as well.
I don't know if they take Palmer off that. I'd be surprised.
You know, there is a hierarchy in football. You know, Palmer's.
Yeah, but that's why I'd be surprised if he took it off Palmer, just based off the seasons already have, or you just take it off.
Cole Palmer has never missed a penalty.
Maresca is said Palmer is taking pens now because Osimhen ain't in the team, brother. Osimhen is not here yet. That's the difference.
I don't think Osimhen would be taking pens.
Respect Victor Osimhen, Lewis.
Yeah, all due respect to him, he's got to respect Palmer and what he did last season.
There you are.
Is what it is.
There you are.
Well, they didn't even miss the pen.
There you are.
Listen, my hot take in the Premier League season is Enzo Fernandez will be a bench rotten in the bench by the end of the season. He won't be featured.
Bro, I would be surprised because I think the owners would have told Maresca that they want him to get the best out of Caicedo and Enzo. But if that was to happen and we're still doing well, oh well. This is not me from last season. That summer changed me. Like, you just play good football or I don't give a fuck.
I'll give you all my unpopular takes now in the next 10 seconds. I think Ainge gets sacked this season. I think Ten Hag finishes 5th. Yep. I think Aston Villa go back-to-back top 4 finishes. And I think Man United finish in 5th place. I think Chelsea finish 6th or 7th. And I think Spurs will be below them and get sacked. Ainge.
6th or 7th.
Unpopular opinion: Tottenham make top 4. Arsenal win the league. And
you know the reason why I said that about Ainge, Egal? They have Europa this season. Keep that in mind when you make these predictions. And you know Ainge ain't gonna take that shit lightly. He's gonna take it seriously.
Yeah, he's stubborn.
And Postecoglou gets sacked. Interesting.
Think about that. But anyway, listen, khalas, enough unpopular takes. Unpopular take, I want to end the stream. Big up to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Egal Talks Football. Careful Lewis G. Grigs Talks. Shout out to him. And this is football. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Big up every single super chatter for supporting the channel. I love you all. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, inshallah. Peace out.